Welcome to the stream, everybody. I think. Good morning, Grace. Grace is back on her back on a new War Chief arc, I guess, or continuing the old one. When I checked it on Healthy Family Force, they were doing one of their combo streams where like Rich is talking at the top of the stream, and then like Joy is, I think she was asleep during part of it when I checked in there. VP alternating between yelling at chat and over like her talking about her legal issues and her problems with her ex, to protest streaming where she mutes and doesn't read chat and just stays live to farm the ads. It's kind of interesting. What's up, Jeremy? What's up, ATF, JF, Sam Retro? What's up, guys? And then, of course, Bethadone posting a new video, which I think people will be interested in since she practices her pole dancing in it. I think that'll bring it in. It looks like her views are going like way up. I saw her watch hours are way up too. What else? Anything? I can't think of anything else. I'll be here tomorrow, but I just remember I won't be here. The 8:15 streams next week are not happening, but I'll be back the week after that. But I'm going to try to do lives, and I'll keep uploading videos and everything. No mention of Lalo being punched. I didn't, honestly, man. If I see War Chief, I click off of it. That's just where I'm at, where I'm at right now. But yeah, Lalo getting punched was a long time coming. But I think that's it. I think that's all the news. Shit, what else happened? Oh, god damn it. Hold on a second. I think there was one more thing. I'll definitely watch a clip though. Oh, god damn it, at some point. Where are we at here? Police find raccoon. Brainless Barbie brat skips court date. Senior citizen learns a hard lesson about crabs, stone crabs. Car wash Karen. Shit. I guess that's it. I don't see anything else. I thought I had another. I thought I had one more live streamer news, but I don't think I do. Anyway, let's get into it here. This is CWA Wrestling, Championship Wrestling, August 8th, 1987. It should pick up right where we left off. You like him in clips? I don't understand it. I don't understand the gimmick. I can't understand anything he says. It seems like he just repeats the same 4 words over and over again, which, I mean, it's whatever. I just don't get it. But obviously it's making like a ton of money. Naptown has an edit already? Wow. What's up, Eddie? Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't have anything against the guy. I just don't I don't understand the content. It doesn't make sense to me. Shouldn't you have a fake TV? We don't really have to do that for Memphis ordinarily. But I do want to say this. I have to fast forward through anything that has AWA. Like if it's their ring or if it's their set doing a promo, that's what's taken the streams down lately on Memphis. So I just got to be vigilant.
Everybody, Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along the ringside, and son of a gun, we're looking forward to today's program. Got a great group here today, and we're going to have an opportunity to see some outstanding matches, I hope. David.
Oh, we got a 6-man tag team match that won't quit coming up for the main event a bit later on today. Before we get to that, though, the Nasty Boys, Brian Knobs and Jerry Sag will be here. Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis also will be looking at Rocky Johnson, and Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka will also be on the card today.
My golly, that's enough, I would say, right then and there. We're going to have to get it underway right now to get it all in. So we're going to take time out.
That's about all I can do.
We're going to be off and running on a great championship wrestling program in just a moment. Listen than fight sometime, and rather than say we're going to get in the ring,
there was
George
something else I
Barnes
wanted
said
to
he
say.
had something to say, so I'm going to stand by and listen.
Russell,
Yeah.
do you want to know what the worst possible thing that an Australian can do?
Well, I'm sure you're going to tell me anyhow, George. Go ahead.
The worst possible thing that an Australian can do is to imitate a Yank.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we have those dudes in Australia that walk around with the Levi jeans and the cowboy boots and the cowboy hat and they sashay around York Street in Sydney, and, you know, people just treat them with utter contempt. And that's how I have become contemptible towards Dundee, because he is nothing more than an imitation Yank. And there is one thing in the world Australians hate, is somebody that imitates an American. Why would anybody in the world want to imitate an American?
Hey, Ronald.
Now, can you answer me that, Russell?
I'm not even going to try, George. If that's your attitude about it, that's your attitude about it. Now, you're knocking Bill Dundee. Bill is living his lifestyle, and here you're putting him down for it.
I mean, who does the guy think he is? Does he think he's Elvis Presley? I mean, Elvis Presley's dead. I mean, look at Elvis Presley. Is he anybody to hold up and say, God, style yourself after this man? I mean, he died, and we all know how he died, don't we?
Okay.
Just another American that wandered off into the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you this, Russell. There are two names in my mind that are like gods to me, and they won't mean anything to you, but to me they are gods. And
Bill Dundee turning his back on an entire continent. Pretty bold.
the names are Hal Morgan and Jim Deacon. Now, you won't know these
Jim
names.
Deacon?
I don't know.
You don't. But they were my coaches when I was in Australia. When I was just a itty-bitty boy and I was growing up, they were my coaches. Now, Jim Deacon and Hal Morgan, they took me aside one day and they said, George, Billy's trying to catch up to you, but he will never ever do it. They said, because you just happen to be the best wrestler that we have ever seen in our entire lives. Now, I'm talking about wrestling.
What?
I'm not talking
Oh my God! Is this stream still up?
about punching, kicking, eye gouging. I mean, I'm talking about the skill of wrestling.
Wow.
To be able to take somebody down and to put a hold on them and to be able to sit out and come around and come up with holds and counter holds. And this is my speciality. There isn't one person, one wrestler in the whole of the United States of America that I could not out-wrestle.
You're taking it a...
I did encounter an Amish person yesterday. I did film it, but I didn't talk to him or anything. I was just doing like I was just recording, walking through Walmart, and I just happened to bump into some Amish people.
An awful lot of people in there, George
one Amish
Barnes.
family.
I'm taking in an awful lot of people. I haven't seen one Yank on his best day that could beat an Australian. And I'm
True.
talking about an imitation Yank that thinks he can beat a
Imitation
real
Yank.
Australian. Well, let me tell you something.
And what's an imitation Yank? Sounds like something, like something someone would do to try to get out of giving someone a hand job.
Baby, you might like to wander around with your Elvis Presley gear on and your sequins, but Jim Deacon and Hal Morgan would be spinning in their graves if they could see what you're doing now, baby. I'm telling you, they would be spinning in their graves. And I tell you what, Lance, I will.
It's great. Oh man, the place where they're at has so much shit to do too. Like it's a really content-rich place.
I'll tell you this. I will appease Hal Morgan and Jim Deacon for what this imitation Yank has done.
Okay, George, I think we've heard enough. We got wrestling matches coming up here. We got action coming along with Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond will be out here before long. We also have a brand new
Sorry,
video you're going to
I
be
didn't have my
interested
light
in
on.
with Billy.
I was like, why does my camera look so weird? Yeah, I didn't have any lights on.
Get some TV time right now.
I'd like to get a match going in the ring right now.
Everything else, I got something very important that's going to rock your socks. And everybody out
What's
there
he
checking
doing?
out the
Oh,
TV
look at
screen
this
right
team.
now. You know what, Lance?
This is like an 80s Survivor Series team. Brickhouse Brown, Primetime, Diamond and Tanaka, and then Don Bass.
See, I've been doing some thinking. I told all these people out here, it's no secret, I'm well educated, you understand? I can come out here and look as fine as I want to
Look at those gloves he's got on.
I feel you.
So let me tell you something. I've been wondering why Jeff Jarrett, Bill Dundee, Rocky the Oreo Johnson, Jerry Lawler, all of these guys are up here.
The Oreo, Rocky
And all
Johnson.
the talent, the class act is down here. And I'm sick and tired of
Ooh,
it. So you know
crowd's
what?
getting upset.
I figured it out. It's because those
We've heard
guys
enough.
are organized. Well, let me tell you something right now. You better listen up and listen good, people, because what you're about to see is something that is not a figment of your imagination. It's live and in living color From here on out,
hey, it's
we're
me.
going to be organized, starting today. I'm telling you right now, don't refer to me no more as Brick House. From here on out, I'm the prince of the commission.
Prince of the commission.
That's right.
The commission.
That's right.
What a
I
team.
am the prince, and you're going to be hearing a lot from the commission, baby. Let me tell you something right now. You know?
Here comes
I hear what you're
Bruno,
saying.
just
in
like
there. I'm not
Popeye
sure
for some reason.
What's the story? I thought you guys was by prime time. I thought yours was with me. What's what?
Hey, we're part of the commission. We're talking to slime like you, so just beat it.
Oh!
Ooh, heel versus
You're
heel.
going to hear a lot of things about the commission, you understand? We're going to
commission.
get things done. That's right. Organization is what it's all
Hey, wait a
about.
minute, wait. I thought this was my tag team. What are you doing out here with these guys? I don't understand. This is prime time. They're with me.
Apparently something's happened you don't know about
Wait just a minute,
downtown.
downtown. Wait just a minute. You understand, homeboy? Hold it down for a minute. Now listen,
Just a minute, homeboy.
I have plans for you. You understand?
What?
I have plans for you. If you want a position, I've got a good plan for you. You can be with me and the commission, or you can be against me or on your own. And you know what happened if you're against me? You're going to be through dealing. Let me tell you something right now. You with the commission or not?
I like this camera angle here better than the other one, but yeah, Bruno keeps moving off his mark and from the other angle.
I guess so. Well, I thought you guys was with me. What?
Bruno, you're stuttering. I never heard you stutter before.
What's up, Thomas White?
I'm telling you.
Oh,
you
hell
only make
yeah.
this offer once. Take
Sorry,
it
it's the
right
best I
now,
could muster
brother.
at
You can have
8:27.
it all. Or you can
Well,
have nothing.
okay. I hate what.
Oh, he's not one to argue very much. No, no.
Ooh, he won't even shake his hands with gloves on.
Pat, go get the loyalty test, brother.
The what?
The loyalty test. You think I'm going to incorporate somebody in the commission without proving they're loyal to me, the prince?
The prince of the commission. What
There
a
may be
terrible.
more to this,
like,
Bruno, than you originally.
The wording on that is not good.
Pass a loyalty test. Let me tell you something, Lance. You come out here, you question my intelligence. every
No,
week.
hold on. Does he have a shirt that says "Mama says it bees that way" sometimes?
Yes, you do. You question my intelligence every week, and I'm sick and tired of you. I'm gonna put you in your place.
shoe shine
and if you
time.
don't like right, I will find somebody to do the color commentary here because you've been biased and prejudiced, and you don't call it the way you see it.
Biased
so you better
and
watch
prejudiced.
your act, brother, because like I said before, we're organized.
That's right.
But
You know what this is?
It's a shoe shine box.
You know how to use it?
I guess.
Let's see how you use it.
Oh, you're looking for a shoe shine. Well, it looks to me like,
Hey, Russell
Bruno,
Plum.
the situation is pretty clear. Either you're out with no wrestlers to manage, or you're going to have to shine.
That's not all of his wrestlers,
the
is it?
Prince's shoes right here.
Listen to the crowd. Listen to the. It's amazing to me. Like, they don't give a shit that he was a heel. Like, now they're just like, okay, Bruno, we hate Brickhouse Brown more than Bruno, so we're gonna start backing Bruno. They're like, don't do it, Bruno.
Nice over here. Don't do it, Bruno.
Even
It's
Lance.
like Mama says, it bees that way sometimes.
Well, there's a living proof of I'd rather switch than fight. Downtown
No way.
Bruno going to work. I don't know how much experience you've had.
Oh, come on, Bruno.
Don't feel bad, my man. There's two types of people in this world. You got the ham and eggers, and you got people like me, the steak and potatoes. Let me tell you something, Bruno. You made the right decision, brother. Because if anybody opposed the opposition with the commission, if anybody feel like they want to try to do anything to stop the organization right now, let me tell you something, you're in for a rude awakening, because there's nothing nobody can do. There's nothing nobody can do to stop us. Let me tell you something right now. These people right here, these two men are going all the way to the top. There's no more penny ante anymore. There's no more penny pushing. Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond, brother, you made the best decision of your life, because let me tell you something right now. I will
Hang on
rule
a second.
professional wrestling.
Hang on, give me just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to say that I actually have signed 2 with the commission, and it took a while to get it, but I finally got my official commission jacket from Brickhouse. Pretty excited to be part of the team.
Is it. This is my world. Everybody else just lives in it. Let me tell you something right now. The Prince is definitely what's happening. And like I told you before, Bruno, that's all right. You passed the test.
He passed the test. All right, Bruno. I know that's got to be a major thrill for you in your life. You finally got into the commission right here after shining the shoes. Well, I don't see any
We're going
belts around
places,
any of
boys.
the commission
Well,
members.
let me tell you something right now. Funny you should bring that up. You know why? Is it true that I heard Eddie Marlin has an open contract with every wrestler here in the Mid-Southern area? Can you stand here and tell me that's
Stand
not
menacingly.
true?
It's no secret. Yeah, he's got open contract.
Well, let me tell you something. That's nothing but manipulation, you understand? From here on out, there are no more open contracts, you understand? Anybody want to deal with my wrestlers, they have to come and talk to the Prince.
He's issuing all kinds of executive orders now that he's in charge.
There ain't nothing
No
Eddie
more
Marlin
open
can do.
challenges.
There ain't nothing Jerry Lawler can do. There ain't nothing nobody can do but live with it. Because I'm going to tell you something right
Those gloves are so
there.
outrageous.
This is reality, and this is life. And I'm going to tell you, I am what's happening. The commission will reign supreme, baby.
Okay, well, we heard your important announcement, and you're in the commission. I guess you're in the commission, too. Well, Downtown Bruno got initiated today. Well, I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more from the
Poor
commission
Bruno.
as time goes. Oh, thanks a lot, Don. I'll take care of my own business for it. Right now, we're going to take time.
You're not happy that the first 12 minutes of this was a promo, was an interview?
Be back, I promise you, in the ring here in just a moment.
What a great segment, ATF. Come on, brother.
Super Tour 87 comes to the Coliseum in Evansville Wednesday night. That's right, the opportunity for the first time to see the great Super Tour stars right there in Evansville. You'll be seeing the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, the stars.
We're going to be talking right now
Oh,
to the superstar.
my God. Sorry, I had to fast forward to the AWA thing. This is, wow, what a visual this is.
Billy Dundee coming out here, and I don't think we'll be seeing the Prince handling any of his business.
World of T-shirts with a beard.
Boy, good to have you out here. We obviously, you know that we talk.
I thought the prime time was with me. Put the fries in the bag, Brickhouse.
To your fellow Australian
Somebody stole my tag team, and I can't afford a lawyer. I need help.
a little bit ago.
I'm telling, all I can tell you is, brother, I'm just glad I was born uptown and not downtown. You groveling little swine, you do anything to stay in the wrestling business downtown. If I wouldn't clean nobody's boots to do nothing, Jack. But that's another story. And George, my boy, you said it, Daddy. You said it. Technically, we probably are the 2 best wrestlers around here, because that's what we done. We went down there and we would start go-behinds, takedowns, in and out, switch in, switch out. You're right. We probably are 2 of the best technical wrestlers in the world today. But nobody seems to want to wrestle today. They just want to kick and punch. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, boy. When we climb in the ring one-on-one, because I've wondered about this for a long time, who was the best. Now, okay, Jim,
Man, I don't know if he's Elvis or Mariachi.
But they were also my coach, too.
God,
You
look
and
at
me
that
walked
collar.
across that lawn together in Sydney, Jack.
Jeez.
We walked the whole way downtown Balmain, and we got into that gym, and they stretched us, and they rubbed their face in the mat, and that's right. And sometimes we said to one another, we ain't going
They stretched us and rubbed our face in the mat.
back. But we did, because that's what Aussies are all about. Heart, guts. That's right. Paul Hogan sometimes gives the wrong idea of Australia.
Elvis.
That's right. I'm not knocking that, Daddy. I'm still Australian. But I want you to remember this, George. I'm Australian by birth and American by choice.
Ooh.
Thank you. Even Lance can't claim that. He can
Tracy Smothers, I think, had the better one. What was it? American by birth, but Southern by the grace of God.
just say he's American. I'm American because I want to be here. I went downtown, got a green card, and
He
that
does
means
look
I
like a
can stay
country
here.
singer.
That's right. I'm American. And if you want to call me a stinking Yank, that's what I am, Daddy. I'm American by choice and awful proud of it. And when we step in the ring, we're going to wrestle. And your temper's going to get the better of you because you're a bad-tempered, loud-mouthed, braggadocious lout. And I've always worried about it, George, who was the best. And I'm sure everybody out there has wondered about it. When he grew up with his brother, his big brother used to beat him up. The little brother used to wonder, I wonder if I could really take him one-on-one. Well, brother, we got the prime situation because it's just George Barnes. And it's Bill Dundee. And everything Jim Deacon taught you and Hal Morgan taught you, he also taught me. Now, we're going to wrestle, Lancer. There ain't going to be no kicking. There ain't going to be no punching. And somebody's going to get pinned.
What?
1, 2, 3. Because that's what wrestling's all about, George. And I'm just telling you before, brother, I take my hat off to you because you're one fine athlete.
Braggadocious, he's breaking out the $5 words.
But I've wondered for this for all my life. When we used to walk around them bars and get into fights, I used to wonder.
Wow.
I wonder if he's really as tough as he tells everybody is. Oh, yeah, and you could beat them marks up real good, Jack. That wasn't real hard. You could beat them up real good. Because they didn't know nothing about wrestling. But this little Yank does. He knows an awful lot about wrestling. So come this week, Daddy, when we step in that ring, I'm taking you down, sport, and I'm pinning your shoulders to the ground. 1, 2, 3, then I'm going to stand and sing Stars and Stripes, boy.
Oh, wow.
I'm a Yank.
He's going to beat him, and then he's going to sing Stars and Stripes.
Lance Russell, by choice. Live here in America, and don't ever forget it, sport.
The superstar, and I think he made that pretty clear the way he felt about it. That'd be kind of an interesting situation because this Barnes does have a vile temper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dundee's a different type of dude, man. He pulled the knife or pulled a gun on his son and his tag team partner for selling pictures of him at events without permission. It turned into like a huge thing.
Boy, I'm telling you. Okay, Davey, we're ready for action in the ring.
At the freezer up there, William Thompson, his partner, Ed Maddox, in the ring with him right now. Their
William the
opposition
Freezer
coming
Thompson.
in. These guys were members of the newly formed commission. The Prince of the Commission formed this, and Pat Tanaka, Paul Diamond scheduled to go here, although we haven't seen any sign of them just yet.
You're going to have to learn to report to work on time. Yeah. I'll tell you for a fact that the commission is so organized. Here they come right now. A whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
Bill Dundee, I think, is essentially who Elon Musk wishes he was. You know what I mean? Bill's the real article.
The Prince, also known as Brickhouse Brown, with him there in the huddle. Bruno, who was out here shining shoes a moment ago, also in the corner.
Where is EFD? I haven't seen him in
and up
a
to the
while
ring apron go Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka. We are set to go with
Did he retire as a streamer?
time limit match. Referee Jerry Calhoun. As soon as we get the warm-up,
I could use an EFD
these guys
stream.
step through the ring. We'll be underway.
You got it. Bell time. And we are off and running with the big freezer starting out here against Paul Diamond.
Well, can we say this? Under the tutelage of Brickhouse Brown, two guys who have had disparate looks the entire time are now in matching attire now that they're part of the commission.
Let me tell you something, Lance. I know it's a pleasure for me to be out here.
Gold trunks.
Because I'm going to tell you something. This is the greatest wrestling talent anywhere. And you're looking at two of the greatest tag team that I ever seen before in my life. Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond. No more prime time. Devastation Incorporated, baby.
Oh, that's right. What's the name of that again? American Dream Vlogs 2.0 or something like that? I got to remember to go in and subscribe.
He is. I love it.
Yeah. Like to see a little bit more wrestling out of him than gouging and digging and pounding with the right hand.
Brother, we don't get paid by the hour. You know what I'm saying? We do not get paid by the hour. We get paid to get a job done, and that's win.
Pat Tanaka with William Thompson making the tag, and Ed Maddox steps in there with Tanaka. Boom! There's that vicious kick from Tanaka.
That's why I'm so proud of this guy. I mean, his feet, his hands, everything on the man's body is a lethal weapon.
Big clothesline, and Ed Maddox hits it flat on his back as Tanaka won.
Yeah, if that's still up, we can either put it on a Boyd watch or we can watch it sometime.
Whoop, let's him up.
The 306 confrontation.
I thought they didn't get paid by the hour there. I wonder why I didn't pin him.
Big chop. Tanaka heads over towards Diamond, wheels him around out of the ring and on the floor. Paul Diamond now comes over with Maddox. Picks him up in the air. Big slam as Ed is pounded down.
Man,
on
he
a
planted
very hard studio floor. Big chop coming from Paul Diamond, and boy.
You guys remember in No Mercy, whenever the video game, whenever you had that, they had the move where you grab them by the arm and then you chop them and you could knock them down. But then if you chained it, you could keep picking them back up again and chopping them back down, and you could get somebody like locked in that and take like a shit ton of their health away.
Oh boy, you could hear that son of a gun rattling for miles. Tanaka in the ring. Ed Maddox down out on the floor. Diamond Gray.
Yeah, the Memphis Wrestling and Randy Savage's dad's promotion were like arch enemies for a while. And eventually they couldn't ignore Randy, so they eventually brought him into Memphis. But for a while, it was like really heated. And Randy like shoplifted a bunch of meat from a supermarket to get publicity in the newspaper for the wrestling shows they were doing.
Grabs him, fires him back under the bottom rope. And there's the tag as the bigger Canadian steps in with a...
It's so dangerous in your life, Lance. What must be going through all the tag team minds right now as they look at Devastation Incorporated? Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka. What's going through Billy Travis' mind right?
So did he change the name of the tag team to Devastation Incorporated? That doesn't make any sense. Bad Company is they settle on that eventually, right? That sounds better than Devastation Incorporated. They don't look like Devastation Incorporated.
Right now, as he sits wondering what can he do, the devastating machine. If you want to wrestle in the bitter lands, you just see a good wrestling move right there. See, I told you he was biased because...
Was it Macho Man that punched Bill Dundee and broke his jaw, or was that somebody else?
I didn't say they couldn't wrestle. It's a question of when they use it. And
that move's already
with that double teaming move where Tanaka takes that side saddle DDT, gets a 1, 2, 3, and the winners are Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka, William Thompson fired right over that.
And Joe, they were running outlaw opposition shows against the fucking king of Memphis at a time when like running opposition and outlaw shows was like organized crime levels of like betrayal.
Top rope, it's over with, but the action goes on.
Come on, ref.
Trying to throw everybody out of the ring here. A little demonstration. Yeah, look at Brick.
Oh, come on.
Little insult.
Slapping him with the glove on.
The win goes to Diamond and Tanaka. 2:34 the time on it.
2 minutes, 34 seconds, the win to Diamond and Tanaka over the team of William Thompson and Ed Maddox. George Barnes back in our presence again. Yes, George, I thought we heard from you a little earlier.
Hey, ATF, he's
Russell,
back.
I've just heard Elvis Presley's clone out here going on about this match, about how I'm going to lose my temper. Well, let me tell you something, Russell. The first thing that was taught to me was keep your cool,
Fight
George.
the Yakuza?
Keep your
I don't remember.
cool.
I don't think I remember that
Marlin
one.
informs me that this match is going to be the first person that starts punching and kicking will lose this match. Well, let me tell you something, Elvis Presley Jr. This little boy doesn't lose his temper. I've learned to keep my cool since I was 13 years of age. I don't lose my temper.
Wow.
I don't yell. I don't scream. I just go inside myself and I say, God, think about what you're doing. But when I get out of that filthy, stinking little creep, I'm going to break his arm, I'm going to break his neck, but not once will I kick him, and not once will I punch him, Russell. But I'll promise you this, he is going to be humiliated for the dirty, filthy stinker.
So he can't, the match, you can't punch anybody or kick anybody.
Little American that he is.
He's not going to lose his temper.
Holy shit, look at this. Oh my God. This is what wrestlers would look like on their off time. If you see like the old airport pictures and shit, this is how they dress like casually.
Rock having a little visit with some of the folks that are gathered by here.
Now that the commission is done.
As the Soul Man looks like he's pumped up and ready to go today.
Looking good. He continues to slim down.
Yeah.
From where he weighed over 300 pounds.
He looking good today, partner.
It's got to come on. Come on, get up here.
No. Soul Man hopping up in the ring. We're ready for the introduction, Dave. Well, we don't have...
Yeah, Vinny, I'll show some of your stuff tomorrow during the Boyd Watch episode. I love working wrestling promos into everyday conversations.
Rooster Carter's been watching all that jump rock as he started through the ropes. Rooster gets both feet in the face there. Good drop kick. Another one.
Vinny's dad cuts promos on the people who work at McDonald's. If they don't answer the drive-thru right away, he'll be like, "Hello, hola."
By Rocky Johnson at a cover. 1, 2. This is over.
So much for that match.
Oh. Music's still going for the Soul Man. 14 seconds of time in the match to win.
Well, he didn't even get his jacket off.
Boy, did you see him go up on those drop kicks, Dave?
Yes.
Man, I'll tell you can tell he is in fine fettle and great shape.
Hola.
Ready to do it to it. Rocky Johnson, an easy winner over Rooster Copper, who really started it all. We'll take time out. Be back in a moment.
I like it too because he's always like, "Can I get 2 burritos if you got them?"
Coming up in just a second. Hey, listen, here's the town. Thursday, August the 13th, Vincennes, Indiana, Reveille High School again.
So I've been to Vincennes, Indiana. I think I went to the Armory there for IWA Mid-South, but I know I went there for IWA for Ian Rotten in the mid-2000s to Vincennes. I remember that.
That's Thursday, August the 13th, Vincennes, Indiana. And now, Super Tour 87 comes to the Coliseum at Evansville. What a night of action. For the first time, you'll be seeing the...
God. Oh my God, we're still going with the... How long are these AWA promos? Oh, here we go.
Arkansas, Buddy James, and against him at a total of 438. From Lexington, Kentucky, Billy Travis.
Do you think that's why they had Bruno kind of take a step back? Because I know the Little Rock and Bruno become like besties. He becomes like his babysitter or whatever.
Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett. This is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun,
Keith
the referee.
Roberson,
by the way, this is a non-title match.
Starting out, Keith Robertson going
Jeff Jarrett.
against Billy Travis. And look at Travis. Now, brother, this Robertson is a big son of a gun, and he crotched him, scooped him up in the air, and bounced him off that mat.
Robertson.
Hey, Vinny Slugga, you ever think about doing a stream of yourself eating a full Italian dinner?
Roberson weighs in at
or your dad,
243, so that gives you some idea. Just imagine picking up almost 250 pounds. Look at that. Straight up in the air and right out of the mat. Jeff Jarrett with a cover on Keith. Got a 1 count, that's all. Keith Robertson held near the corner. Billy Travis after the tag drops down, upper arm across the shoulder blade. Whoa.
This is 87, August 8th, 1987. Snakes on a plane.
He wasn't prepared for that at all. It looked like Billy was going another direction in the son of gun. He took that arm lock and rolled him right over and down. It drops down on the arm, and Travis.
Oh, shit, Vinny, you're going to Olive Garden? Hell yeah, brother. Breadstick content.
Oh, open-handed slap. Robertson answers with a doubled-up fist. There's a tag by Billy. Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, from
Billy Travis. Both of them put him into the ropes.
I don't mind these tights. I think Jarrett's got some interesting tights on. They're better than his usual crap. Oh, those are like Bob Holly's pants.
A good tag team. Said it many, many times over the years, but whoa. Did Billy...
Did he steam?
What about ringing bells?
Get Billy Travis out of there.
Keith Robertson. A big forearm hammers Billy across the back.
we haven't seen Buddy James in the ring as yet. There's the tag. Must be hearing me. He missed.
Vinny Slugga at Olive
He rolled out of the way.
That'd be amazing.
Buddy James didn't learn the first time. He went back once more. Billy did the same thing. Comes up with a good right hand.
Look at this.
Billy Travis, a little spring off the rope. He drops down with the upper arm.
Billy using the hair to pick him up, and the referee gets on him right away. Jeff with a big drop kick. Count of 1, 2, how about 3?
I don't really
2 minutes, 16 seconds, the winners.
Well, I don't want to say I don't remember him in TNA, but I don't remember like enough about his run there to remember his music at all.
Jeff Jarrett and Billy.
In fact, when I think of TNA music, if I don't think about the main theme song that used to play while they were showing Lollipop's big camel toe, I think about the awful sirens for the Jeff Jarrett music.
Hey, Travis.
Good victory for the Southern Tag Champs and a non-title bout.
What's up, Avery? There's no easy way out, guys. This guy's kidnapping a child.
We'll be back.
Hey, don't you think it's interesting that Billy Travis is playing up to the families and children in the audience whenever he would be arrested on TV for not paying his child support a few years from now?
An action with a nasty boy.
Hey, Jay Dummy.
Just a moment.
40 pounds.
Ooh, here we go.
David Johnson and his partner out of Arkansas.
Ooh, the Nasty Boys. Did they have their? Oh yeah, they had their
against
coats
them at a total of 568. Out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, Brian Knobs and Jerry Sag, the Nasty Boys.
I love this shit. I love seeing like early Nasty Boys.
Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, David. I just
Oh,
wanted to
no
say that
way.
Randy
Big
Bryan
mistake.
Was originally scheduled. Randy Crawley
Oh,
could not
no.
make it for the match. And so William
Not the
Thompson
Nikita Koloff singlet.
had volunteered to be back here. And
Oh, I thought he had on a singlet. I don't know
David
why I didn't
Johnson,
know. I didn't see his gold
The
pants.
coats are off. The bell is rung, and here we go.
I thought he was wearing
It's gonna
like
be Brian
the.
Knobs starting against
the
William
Nikita
the Freezer
Koloff
Thompson.
style.
Freezer comes in at 270 pounds, and that may be a couple of pounds light.
Yeah.
The Freezer finds himself whipped
Didn't
into
we
the
just
ropes
see
by
this
Brian
guy?
Knobs of the Nasty Boys. Freezer, now there's an example of the weight. Freezer came off there so hard that as Knobs started to hit him, just the momentum that Thompson had.
Yeah, I like the
Knobs
Nasty
lost
Boys.
his balance.
Nasties
He
and
recovered quickly,
Steiners,
though, and the
Nasties and
Nasty Boys
LOD.
retained control of the action here. Jerry Sag in after the tag.
And Knobs himself is a big guy. Both of them, Sag and Knobs,
Yeah,
both
that's
very large gentlemen.
Exactly right.
Boy, the attitude on this Sag is...
Nasty is right. That's the word.
Oh
Nasty
yeah.
attitude
Anytime
is
they
what he
were
has.
against the Steiners, it was
Drill
always
William
good.
Thompson. Knobs zings him across the ring. Knee to the midsection.
Especially once they get around. I think was Jimmy Hart the one that got him when he started managing him, that they got all that airbrush shit like he wears. I thought that was like I think they're like, to me, they're like main look with the airbrush coats and the like paint splatter shirts is like such a cool wrestling look.
There's a cover by Brian Knobs of the Nasty Boys. Tag has been made. David Johnson comes in.
Oh my God,
Poor
this looks
David.
like a guy beating up his
David's
kid.
given away at least 70 pounds to everybody in the ring.
Yeah, and Jerry Sag told Brian Knobs, talking about Thompson, they said, get him out of here, get the other guy in. They wanted to get to the smaller one.
Get him out of there.
Yeah, they're going to work on him right now. Jerry Sag has him back in the corner, whips across the way, into the turnbuckles, and Sag.
Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't that like a bar fight?
There quickly.
I remember in the old days of the shoot interviews, that was one that was all like, I remember when that story started to like come out more and more in the shoot interviews.
Jerry Sag has Johnson into the air. He makes the tag. He slams Johnson. Brian Knobs coming in from the corner, climbs the ropes. He's up on the middle one. Jerry Sag picking him up. Yeah, a flying clothesline. There's a cover. This is probably it. Count is 2. Yeah, no way David was going to get out of that. A minute 54. The Nasty Boys get the win.
Driving off the rope as...
I listened to the Virgil shoot interview on Title Match Wrestling's YouTube channel, And it's like he's such a nice guy in most of it. It's just like a bunch of glazing, basically. Him saying how much he loves Afa and Sika.
He nailed him hard and get the win. And the Nasty Boys continue to be just that as they not only win it, they're beating down David Johnson out on the floor. Want to remind you that coming your way in August is going to be in many cities the Super Tour 87. Here's kind of a recap of some of the action and people that will be there.
Imagine the bumps people could put on the Nasty Boys. The Nasty Boys could put on people now whenever people are willing to do like pretty much anything.
Championship Wrestling Super Tour 87 is coming soon to these cities.
Man, these promos for Super Tour are long, man.
You know, just like the Beatles said, it's been a long and winding road on the way to the World Heavyweight Championship.
Knocked him out with a phone?
The journey comes to an end because right here in this city, I'm going to beat Kurt Hennig for the World Heavyweight Championship, and I want all my fans to be there and see it happen.
He got the cornet. Heyman treatment. I hate all this fucking AWA shit that's in here for some weird reason. Here we go.
The World Tag Team titles held by the Russians.
Shit, I'm so into the wrestling. I literally, like, I'm so into the wrestling, I didn't even think about it. Like, that should tell you how much I'm loving the wrestling today.
Be seeing the Australian shootout with Bill Super.
I hate the AWA. I hate them at this point.
Nobody. We're looking for
well, WWE.
West and John Paul.
There they are.
Here they come.
This is going to be an expiration of time. 6-man tag team match. Got a ring full of them. Total weight of 630 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Eric, and from parts unknown, Rough and Ready, their manager boss winner. Total weight of 701 pounds.
Eric and Rough and Ready.
From Tampa, Florida, Mark Starr. From Zuma Beach, California, Alan West.
Alan West,
from
South
Minneapolis,
to West, Dan.
Minnesota, John Paul. This match will be to the expiration of time. Jerry Calhoun will try to keep them separated in there.
Good description of the referee's
I'm hoping once the Super Tour thing is over, we won't have to mess with it as much. I do need to smoke, though, in case things get rocky later on.
Here we go.
In case some of my favorites start to lose.
Starting against Zuma Beach's Alan West.
BLM versus Proud Boys.
Weighs in at 250 pounds.
Do you think back in the day during like the Charlottesville thing, and I know that it's like distasteful or whatever, but it's wrestling and they always do distasteful like but timely stories. Do you think they could have brought like they could have taken like, well, let's just say this. Let's take two Godwin types, right? And instead of wearing their normal like overalls or whatever, put them in khakis and like a polo shirt, and then give them a manager like Downtown Bruno that's dressed the same way, somebody that can talk, and have them come down to the ring with like the tiki torches, and don't say anything political or reference any of the real life stuff, but just say that like they're tired of the direction wrestling is going, and then like I think that could have been a shit ton of heat. But it's so real, and like I don't know if you could do like ripped from the headline stuff like they could back in the day.
Keith Eric at considerably less.
I thought Ian Rotten could have pulled off that gimmick
for his ropes. Alan West on the mat, but Alan sets. This time he lets Keith go right under, grabs him coming off the ropes and rolled him down to the mat. Keith Eric flying through the ring. Lost Winter screaming down at ringside. He was pulling tights. He was pulling hair. He's complaining about anything he thinks the referee might listen to. The referee's trying to send him back to the neutral corner, to the corner of his team. Tag made, and this is Mark Starr, young guy out of Tampa, Florida.
I thought the Nation was great. I wasn't a big fan of The Rock being in it, but he needed something. But I almost got beat up over the Nation. I was standing up on my chair when I was a teenager, giving the Nation salute during their entrance at a house show, and somebody pulled my chair out from underneath of me because they were pissed off about it.
One of the better drop kicks is Mark Starr. He got a count of 2 on Keith Eric, but couldn't make it stick for a 3 count. Eric quickly back over. And here comes Ruff. of the Rough and Ready team.
Here come Rough and Ready.
Boss Winter said you're going to see some action now. He's in there.
He saw it all
We're
right.
seeing action, but it's Mark Starr in control.
Boy, he took that old rolling arm lock and he slammed him into that mat. Tag on John Paul. We're running out of time,
favorite
Dave.
John Paul.
We got about 2 minutes before we got to slip out of this match in here, and John Paul working on.
They were really mad though.
You see the man grabbing the mask. You see that.
That's Boss Winter. You may be hearing at ringside. He's talking about mask grabbing and all of that.
I'll have to see if I can find it. I don't remember for sure which show it was at, but the only other real incident I ever had that was any kind of whatever is I got into like I said the wrong thing at the wrong time to Eddie Kingston while he was cutting a promo, and after he was done, he came down and like I was in the front row and he came down and like got in my face. And I always sit down for the heels, but for some reason I like stood up, I guess just a little bit too long, and he like knocked my hat off.
There's a cover for a count of 1.
Which I thought was great.
Down.
I thought it was great.
Alan West coming back in.
You got heckled for cheering the model. My sister was obsessed with it.
There's a tag, and this is ready.
And Billy Jack Haynes. What does that say?
Says Boss Winter. We got ready in here.
Holy shit, man. What a slam.
Ready not to be body slam, but to be thrown
Oh my God.
halfway across the ring. Not back up on his feet yet. Now he is hanging close to the corner.
I know it's on camera for sure because it was filmed by Smart Mark back in the day, so I know it's on video somewhere.
Time winding down here in this match. Expiration of time. This is one of those you'd like to have.
Oh, I guess there is one other small thing. I was at Plainfield, Indiana, and it was Bryan Danielson against Jigsaw. Remember Jigsaw, the guy from Chikara? He had like the puzzle piece gimmick for like his mask and stuff like that. And I was like heavily like heckling Bryan Danielson and cheering for Jigsaw since there was no way he was gonna win. And for some reason, when he left, he like, I don't know, I think he did it on purpose because I was fucking with him. But like when he went to high five me, he like hit me in the chest really hard. Maybe it was like a bro thing.
45 minutes for, but unfortunately we don't.
Yeah, it was an IWA Mid-South show. I know it was in Midlothian, Illinois, and it would have been probably in early 2006.
Minute to go, Dave, before we're gonna.
He had wrestled Necro Butcher. Fuck. I want to say it was at the Chikara Tag Tournament, but I think that was after this happened, but he wrestled in a match with Necro Butcher, and Necro, they did the spot where like he wins by like basically knocking him out with a punch. And so Eddie Kingston came down and was like giving a really emotional promo, and he was like, you know, last night, I got in the ring with the Necro Butcher, and I was like, you got knocked the fuck out, and he got really mad about it.
To get out of here. Yes, time is running out.
And he never washed his ring gear.
A little monkey flip out of the corner, and boy, did he fire him across the ring. He must have traveled 12 feet in the air at least.
By the way, try to get a USA chant going in the mid-2000 indies. Good luck. They would boo your ass. It would made you an immediate heel fan to the other fans if you tried to get a USA chant going.
Power slam by Alan West. Tag made on Mark Starr.
Our time is just about up.
Wow, what a clothesline Starr hit him with. He's got a cover. He's got a 2 and a 3. He gets the win. Just beat the time limit. Mark Starr, Alan West, and John Paul get the victory in this expiration of time.
What's up, KP?
Paul. There, their hands raised. 3 minutes, 15 seconds was the time.
We'll check the time out. Be back in just a moment.
There's another clip, and I think it was at an NWA Midwest show, which was promoted by Ed Schumann. Matt Seidel did like a flying move and missed to the outside, and he was knocked down, and he was like laying down in front of me, and it was one of those deals where I guess I was supposed to, as a fan, offer to help him up, for like a babyface shine or whatever, and he was just laying there and he was like, "Are you gonna help me up?" And I was like, "Do you consent to being helped?"
This is the kind of match where we like to have 45 minutes. I'm not certain that Rough and Ready and Keith Eric would have liked to have had 45 minutes.
I miss going to wrestling.
As a matter of fact, we are out of time officially for the match, and when the first ball is going to be the entire match in there. So not unexpectedly winning team.
The team of Star West and John Paul, they are the bigger team. They look very good together. Those great drop kicks by Mark Starr. Alan West, just the power, the upper body strength that he has. John Paul always looking good in the match. They defeat Keith Eric and Rough and Ready. 3:15 the time on the match. Quickly, let's tell who won the rest of the matches here today, and then something else that went on too. Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka defeated William the Freezer Thompson, Ed Maddox, Rocky Johnson, Pete Rooster.
And also, just because I don't know when I'll remember this again, and it's a wrestling stream, so it makes sense. If you watch old IWA Mid-South shows, you'll see like the wrestlers going to the audience all the time and like knock over people's shit. They just told you to move, and if you didn't move, like you had 2 seconds to get out of the way, and if you didn't, they just steamrolled you. But I think Ian always liked it whenever they did that because like people's drinks and popcorn and shit would get spilled. And I secretly think that he was like, that was part of his plan to sell more concessions, was to knock over people's shit in the stands.
Cochran, Rooster jumped
because there's nothing between you and the ring. If you're at ringside, there's no rope, there's no anything. You're right by it. You could reach out and like touch the mat. You're that close to it.
And that was a mistake. 14 seconds later,
we could stand up and
walked out with a victory. Rocky wins it. Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis defeat Keith Robertson and Buddy James. It was the Nasty Boys defeating David Johnson and William the Freezer Thompson, who came back substitute when Randy Bryant was unable to be the partner for Keith Robertson in that match. But earlier in the day, we had a man who came out here as Brickhouse Brown and told us he was no longer Brickhouse Brown. He was the Prince of the Commission.
Prince of the Commission.
Right, and the Commission being, in case you weren't here for that conversation, is an alliance of certain wrestlers and individuals in order to organize against the establishment. Eddie Martin.
I think there's a kind of intelligence that's not book smart, but it's like manipulator smart, or I don't really know any other way to put, like grifter smart, you know. And I think Ian was. I mean, he ran his company forever. He somehow managed to convince all these people. I mean, if you look at IWA Mid-South's roster over time, Jesus Christ, man, the people that they had come through there, like, it is insane. Like, so, I mean, I do think he has some mind for the business. I just don't, he has a mind for the business, but he doesn't have the money, he doesn't have the business mind. If he had like a business guy, which he did for a while, I think Jim Fannin, but Jim Fannin was a manager also, and he was like a kind of a big Ian fan. So I don't think he was ever really able to, able to do much. But Jim Fannin was a great manager. He's a Memphis style manager. If you haven't seen him, you should check it out. He had an amazing angle with Mickey Knuckles where he wanted to like marry her, and it was a long angle. And the thing is, this was a real thing. Like, Fannin really wanted to date and be with Mickey Knuckles in real life. And in the storyline, there was a really cool moment where he got down on his knee to propose to her, and she jumped up and did like a shining wizard on him while he was kneeling. Epic.
Marlon and everybody else that has titles and all of that sort of thing. So Prince Brown said he's got them all organized now. Tanaka and Diamond surprised me without any question right in the commission.
Fannin was,
Bass in the commission.
I'm telling you, man, Jim Fannin, one of the most underrated managers, especially for a time where there weren't very many like guy managers. What an entertaining guy.
I mean, Downtown Bruno comes out.
I went up to Morris, Illinois one time and met with him, and we went around and like we put flyers up. We promoted the event that was running there that had like Honky Tonk Man and Demolition Axe and shit. He was a really nice guy. Told me a bunch of stories about his time on the indies and stuff.
Out here saying, what happened, where? These are my guys, and he ended up shining shoes before it was all over with.
Yeah,
dude, he was really into it. it took the real life version. She ended up dating a wrestler, and it was a wrestler that Jim Fannin didn't get along with. So like there was some like drama around that, but the in-ring stuff, all the storyline was great.
I kept wondering if downtown
Change
Bruno
my name
would
to
do
Mark.
that.
I am a
I'm not
Mark.
downtown
100%.
Bruno fan when he's out here running his mouth all the time and insulting us and
Corey Macklin.
insulting
Cory
fans
Booker?
and other folks.
Isn't
But
that like a
still,
senator or
I had
something?
to wonder what's in the back of downtown Bruno's mind. We don't know that, but it was very interesting that he did say, yeah, I'll shine your shoes. I guess I'm either in or out, and at this point he says I'm in the commission.
And
so
I think he
Bruno's
probably
there.
would rather, my appraisal of it, he'd rather be in with an opportunity to think about how to get everybody out.
I was like, Cory Booker? Is that how he got his start? Oh, I was like, wait a minute,
I
Booker.
got a feeling that maybe the prince of the commission has
Man, I miss going to wrestling.
Hey, we're out of time. Yeah, we got to go. We'll take time out and look for you next week. For that, until that time, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
What a great episode.
To pay particular attention right after the match is over with, and keep your eye on Big Bubba right now. Let's go take a look at the Price is Right match.
All right, this is Memphis, I think. I don't see the AWA logo. Look at Tugboat dancing. Get him out of here. I like that phrase. This is ridiculous.
Special referee is Big Bubba.
Oh, he's the ref.
The prices that they had to pay to get into this match. Oh, look at that brick house. He is quick. And I'm telling you, don't sell him short.
My Memphis experience really is pretty much limited to what we've watched on stream, like 86 and 87, but I'm definitely looking forward to, like, even though people say it's not all that great, I'm really looking forward to USWA eventually when we get
Holds
there.
up and Lawler bites nothing but canvas.
I'm smoking Elephant Trump again, by the way.
And he stuns Brickhouse. And as Lawler was getting ready to...
Hey, Sam Retro.
Stepped out of the way, and Jerry just held up and then cut loose with that right hand. With Lawler up in the corner of Bubba's. Ooh, boy, he drilled him, too. Lawler sinks to the...
Man, thank God for whoever videotaped these.
Bass has got something.
You've been stuck watching Memphis and OVW for weeks. I'm still working on something for OVW. I don't know that it'll work, but I'm still looking into options to where we can, because I really want to do watch-alongs with OVW. I won't be a victim of Vince McMahon.
Oh, man, what a clothesline. Turn Lawler over. Count of 1, 2, and Jerry fires Brickhouse off to avoid the count of 3. But he needs to tag Rocky Johnson. Johnson.
Oh, nice.
15 minutes past, 45 to go. 15 past, 45 to go.
My wrestling tape collection, unfortunately, was absconded with by meth-addicted communists.
There's the strap. It's down. Lawler attacks. Fast. Johnson goes after the Black Prince. Fast down on the deck. He's the official man in the ring. He could lose his hair right here.
What's he doing beating up Goliath
And
for?
Lawler from the top rope drills him.
I didn't really have anything that was rare, but it was like my shit. Like it was all my VHS tapes of like every Raw, Nitro, WCW pay-per-view, WWF pay-per-view through like the Attitude Era. But I mean, I didn't really have anything that was like rare. I did have the show with the Owen Hart show. I had that live, but I mean, you can see that other people have uploaded that. What's up, Jedi Rich?
Big Bubba drops a leg on Don Bass.
Joy's Bakery, yeah, I saw that, and I was like, that's got to be like a synchronicity. I have to try these.
Count of 1, 2, 3. What is this?
Yeah.
15:51. Bubba.
I did have some stuff I got way back in the day off of like tape trader sites, but it was DVD compilations of like, Miracle Violence Connection matches and stuff like that. But all that stuff's on here too. The only issue I have with physical is that I can't afford it. Like if I had the money to buy this shit, like I would for sure.
Dropped a leg
Like a complete Smoky Mountain set. Oh.
on Lawler, then put Bass on top of Lawler and gets a 1, 2, 3 count. Taking money. What was this? Big Bubba is the referee.
Oh, nice.
Big Bubba just took the $5,000
Hey.
from the Black Prince.
Big Bubba,
He took it
5K.
away in his wrestling attire and said, "You're an official member of the commission."
By golly, that's exactly what he said, too, because I heard him say that. Now, there's, of course, a lot of controversy about the situation in regards to the Southern Heavyweight title and the King and Don Bass and all of that. So in order to get a clarification, and it was the only thing to do, the AWA was approached about taking a look at reviewing the tape and seeing exactly what their opinion. We have not a long dissertation, but at least an official word from the AWA. Let's take a listen to see what they had to say about it.
Well, thank you very much, Lance. Of course, you saw the controversial decision last Monday that resulted in Jerry Lawler losing the AWA Southern Championship title.
Okay, we appreciate it.
Like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but WWE will probably, even though I did skip that, they will probably put a visibility block on the VOD of this because I showed that, 6 seconds of the AWA logo.
At least we got that much information on it, and I'm sure that there will be the
I think he might be talking to, I think Sam's talking to Jeremy about a different Discord. I don't run a Discord. I don't want anything to do with a Discord.
The time period
running
where
one
the
anyway.
Individual members will review the tape, and we will end up with an official decision. We're not going to take time out, I guess. Coming out right now, the King, who has more than just a little interest in the announcement just made by the AWA.
You're exactly right, Lance. Now, I was hoping, a couple of weeks ago I came out here and I told you what I thought of the AWA. And I was hoping that they had one chance here to rectify this situation. Now, how could somebody look at that tape, Lance, and think...
There's just no way that I could moderate it. I'm watching content constantly. I don't want to be like policing a Discord, and most Discords that I've been in like tend to like completely get out of control regularly.
That Rocky Johnson and I got a square deal. How could somebody see what Big Bubba did and let him get away with it? How
What's up with this hat? Is this just a
Southern
cape?
Heavyweight Championship, Lance, after watching that tape?
But
Tell me.
Jerry, it's a question of looking
Yeah,
at the
fancy
tape.
Bastion
All of the members
Booger,
have not
honestly.
had an opportunity to see it the way you've seen it, the way I've seen it.
Yeah, I not only saw it, I felt it. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not going to wait for all the members to view this tape. What I've done, and I want the camera to take a little look at this. I've made myself something that I'm calling the King's Hit List.
Look at that beautiful lettering
I want
from
you
the
to take a
King.
good, close look at this, because I got 3 names on there.
I mean, for real though, like, I'm sure he made that. Like, he was such a good artist.
I got 3 names.
And he has a table that for some reason is just filled up with Coca-Cola junk.
On there, and I'm going to take care of them one by one. First of all, as you can see, right here at the top of the list is the...
I typically, like, the only like most of the chat I know from Grace and that world. So like I keep up with, like, I communicate with them through that mostly, and then like the wrestling people I just talk to here, but I'm usually so like, yeah. I just don't want the responsibility of governing a Discord.
Pinhead, Big Blubber, who jumped high.
Oh, I wouldn't be worried about the wrestling fans at all.
In the air, comes down with his leg on my head. Now, the reason I call you the Pinhead is because that's what it looks like. You remind me of a dinosaur, Bubba. You got that big body, but you got a little tiny head and even a smaller brain. Because if you would trade and do what you did last week and all the friendships that you had made for a measly $5,000, I don't know if you got a brain at all. Because
oh my gosh, look, did you notice that? I just saw that. The lip syncing Don Ass. Don Ass. I can't read what that says. The pillhead, the plunkhead, the pinhead, something. Big Blubber, and then I don't know what this is, the Prince...
expensive $5,000 that you have ever earned in your life, because like I said, you're number 1 on the hit list. Number 2 on the list there, as you can see, the lip-syncing Don Bass. Now I don't know if you can look close. There is a little B right down there. It's real small, but this word is what he makes out of himself
good way to get around the censors,
Jerry. Now let me tell you something, Bass. You're number 2 on my list. You think you're the singing cowboy?
I don't watch professional wrestling to have to read, Jerry.
Well, you got another thing coming.
The Prince,
because when I get my hands on you, not only are you no longer going to have that belt, you're going to be trying to do your singing with no teeth, I can assure you that. And then third on the list, last but certainly not least, the so-called, obviously, the brains of the bunch. I call him the Prince Brickwheat Brown.
Brickwheat. Oh my gosh, wow, Brickwheat.
Take a good look at that look on his face, because you're going to be seeing that a lot. That's exactly what he's going to look like when I catch up to you. Brickwheat, you're there on the list.
Big Blubber, Don Ass, and Brickwheat.
All 3 of you. And believe me, it's just a matter of time before I catch you. You can run, but you can't hide, because the King is hot on your trail, and I will get every one of you.
Let me tell you, friends, from past experience, I'm so glad that our name's not on that hit list in there, the King, and he's hot about it. We'll be back in just a moment.
What is it? What exactly is a P-head?
All right, Wednesday night, the Evansville Coliseum, 6 big matches. You will see an International Heavyweight Championship with Bill Dundee defending against George Barnes.
Let me tell you something, Dundee. You got the best of everything when we were kids.
Man, EFD
but you're not going to get the best of everything now, because we're grown up now, baby. We're not kids anymore, we're grown up. And when we walk in that ring together in Evansville, there'll be one man walk out, and this'll be this man. Not an American, but the Super Aussie will walk in, and he'll walk out with that belt.
The Super Aussie.
And I'll be glad to say I told all you Americans that I was the best. I was the best man.
Remember when he cut a promo on Paul Hogan?
All right, want to bring in the Commission and Prince. Southern Tag Title, Diamond and Tanaka against Jarrett and Travis. What a great match. Your Southern champion, Singing Cowboy
What in the
Bass
world?
will be in action against Big Scott Hall back in
boy.
Evansville. You will be going against the Soul Man,
Let me
Rocky
tell you
Johnson.
about Rocky the Oreo Johnson. I'm going to prove to you that a colored boy like you don't mean nothing to a black prince like me, homeboy.
Wow.
Now, I want to spend some time talking to Superstar Bubba. Now, it's time to pay your dues. We saw
Look
the
at
tape.
this.
You cost Lawler his Southern Heavyweight Championship. Now in Evansville, he's coming for you.
Oh, my heart bleeds for you. You know what I'm saying here? Let me tell you something, Hales. The only thing that match is going to cost me is a pocket full of chump change, because that's all that man amounts to. Let me tell you, he's supposed to be rough. He's supposed to be tough. Nope. Everybody knows the real king, where the real king is, and that's one of the Fergie family, baby. It's not some little chump from Memphis.
Man, I love wrestling. This is so ridiculous.
King Jerry Lawler.
Get him out of here. This is ridiculous.
People don't know who the real superstar of wrestling is, brother.
Yeah, Big Bubba. All right, the Prince and his
Oh,
commission.
Bruno,
He will be involved
man.
in a grudge match with Jerry Lawler in
we need
Evansville,
more
Indiana,
Bruno
Wednesday
promo.
night. I'm looking forward to all the matches. A great card of 6 big matches coming up.
Oh, shit.
Coming out, led by downtown Bruno.
This is fantastic.
A place, the throne.
I mean, isn't pro wrestling really like the ultimate art form? It has everything.
Is all of this? Wait a minute.
No Genie was sung updates.
Did you drop your crying towel because you had that bum out here crying all over your suit? I know that's right.
Yeah. Well, you noticed your name was right there on that hit list.
They talk about Jesus. Let me tell you something. My name is on everybody's lips right now. I am, without a doubt, the Prince of the Commission. And you're looking at right now the most devastating entourage in professional wrestling, headed by mine.
I know, with a new attire, and I noticed all of your cohorts gathered around.
We looking good, only as we should.
Well, we saw the commission born last week, and what's new this week?
And first of all, I don't need you to introduce my fellow members of the commission, okay? Let me handle this. Right now, this is His Majesty's court. I'm conducting a court session right here to introduce all my guys, and I don't need you for that, all right?
Yeah.
First of all, I want to introduce a very good friend of mine.
I can't believe that this is
just
real.
Let you sit here and talk by yourself.
Thank you.
This is just such a surreal, even for Memphis.
Maybe you can keep your job now. I haven't decided yet. First of all, I'd like to introduce a very good friend of mine. His loyalty was proven here last week on television, and I'd like to introduce the people to my good friend, Bruno.
I love the attire that Bruno is in right
He's
here.
the court jester of the commission. And secondly, I don't need to introduce to you people these devastating guys. They are the most awesome tag team in professional wrestling. You know who I'm talking about. That's right.
Former drug addict
Bad
Paul Diamond,
Company,
authentic Hawaiian Pat Tanaka.
Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka. Bad to the bone. You're going to be hearing a lot from Bad Company. They're the new Southern Tag Team Champions, soon to be World Tag Team Champions. Keep your eye open, baby, because I'm going to tell you something right now. They are awesome.
Yeah, we remember, too, how they got started. They're doing a little bounty hunting, the Judases of
It is. It's like it is a rogues gallery.
Okay.
Thirdly, they could be Batman villains.
A legend in his own time. The singing cowboy, Don Bass.
Good, look at his shirt, Bad Guys.
Yeah, he's coming out with a new album called Listen to Don Bass Imitate Bobby Bear pretty soon. I know about that album.
Everybody put the name to the dotted line. Get in that ring with me. I'm going to kick them all over the ring. I'm the people's champion from now on.
People's champ.
No closet champions in this entourage, baby. These are fighting champions right here. Anybody want a piece of the cake, baby? Put your name on the dotted line, but you got to negotiate with me. And let me tell you something right now. You know, since I rose to power, I got to admit one thing, Dundee.
Don Ass.
Is that blood?
I'm a little bit scared, brother. Yeah. I'm not scared of any man lace on a pair of boots or a pair of wrestling tights. But I'm scared of the politics. Because I know that Eddie Marlin and that Detroit Randy Hale are scheming, conspiring to get rid of me.
You know they are.
Let me tell you something. You got to do a lot of thinking because I'm too far intelligent for the likes of both of you. That's right. And to protect me from anybody, I went and talked to my main man. Ooh, Skywalker. I'm telling you, gigantic Bohemian. My man Goliath. He's going to be my protector from here on out. And if anybody put a hand on me...
What do you guys think about the production values that went into Goliath's uniform here?
They got to go through Goliath first. And let me tell you something right now. That's no easy task.
Let me tell you people something, you dirtbags. Let me tell you, if there's 6 men out there that think they can take me, they got a new thing coming to them. Because I am the man they got to go through to get to the prince.
Well, if that's the way it is, that may be the way it is. They're probably lining up right now.
Okay, now, for all you ignoramuses up there at the studio controlling the music, when I give you the signal, you make sure that you get the music loud and clear so the people can all get with it and welcome this guy down. Be quiet when I'm talking to you.
Yes. Yes.
Shut up when a man is talking to you. All of you should be on your knees and you didn't.
Be quiet when a man's talking to you.
Rise up when I came in. Now, music, please.
I like a soundtrack from a movie.
That's Goliath, KP. I don't really know anything else about him. He tagged with Big Bubba for a while. I think somebody in chat said one time he went on to be a moondog at some point.
Come on, Dave. Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the king of professional wrestling, King Carl Fergie.
Huh?
What is all of this, King Carl Fergie?
Carl Fergie.
You are looking so grand. This is the real king, not some imitation like that Jerry Lawler. Let me say, can I tell them the real story of what's going on here?
Go ahead and do it, Black.
Can I tell you?
Go ahead and do it.
Okay, first of all, there was a royal family that came over to the United States, okay? These 2 sisters, one kept it in the family and married royalty. The other, well, maybe construction work or something, but it wasn't in the blue blood, right? It wasn't the blue blood family.
Common people.
And these 2 guys, they grew up. This man has always known he's royalty.
The Fergie name.
That's right. The Fergie name. Look at it right here. Right in People's Magazine. You can read all you want to know.
Yeah, if you read the article, Black Prince, it talks about the Fergies a little unsavory in some of the things that the people have done with that Fergie name.
Hey, it's probably just some biased, prejudiced journalist, just like yourself. That
Google says that Carl Fergie is an insurance salesman now.
But anyway, this man realized his royalty, and the other guy, I must not mention his name. What's his name? Lawler?
Lawler or something.
Yeah, he comes out with his plastic crown, which I gave it back to him because I thought it was worth something. I took it to the pawn shop, man. I couldn't get nothing for it. So I gave it back to him. But then again, he wanted to be a royal family so bad, he got himself a crown and a cape, and he calls himself the king of wrestling. Let me tell you something.
Talking about imitations, look what you got. You got a singing cowboy that can't sing. You got an imitation king out there. Who's talking about imitation?
Uh-oh, watch it, Lance.
You see Lance Russell, that's expected. You see Lance Russell, you just like all these other peasants out here.
Peasants.
You don't have any sense. You don't know that you're seeing history being made right now. You should really sit up and take notice and stand at attention while we're out here. That's what you should do. And from here on out, when we come out to the ring, you people should stand up and show the respect that we deserve. So now, moving on, because I know it's going to rock your socks, I done pulled the coop of the wrestling world with only my intelligence can do, baby. I'm sure enough bad. Yes, sir. Bad to the bone. But you know what I did?
Man, they're super invested in this Brickhouse
I
Brown
got the
angle.
one, the only true superstar of professional wrestling.
No, I don't believe that. Come on.
All right, crank it up. Yes, sir. Give me some music right now.
Rise, down, time, nimble,
And he was
quick,
Hey. Yeah.
Oh my God, what? Oh my God.
Keep that music playing, baby. Yeah. I feel so good, I think I want to boogie with it, baby.
What a great show.
I see what he bought with his $5,000 he got. Look at that outfit. Hey, okay, come on.
What a crew of people, man.
You are great.
Let me tell all you people something right now. Don't need to applaud and stand up. Be cool, okay? Because you're going to be hearing some great
What's up,
things
Story Weaver
coming
Steve?
from the commission. And let me tell you something. The one, the only true star of professional wrestling right here.
If anybody ever just wants to just boil pro wrestling down to its core, this is it to me.
Have you ever seen 400 pounds of soul in one package? Have you ever seen anything like it before? This man has got more rhythm than anything I've ever seen, and I boogie with the best of them, baby. And let me tell you something right now, Bubba. You will go all the way to the top if you listen to me. You have shown a degree of intelligence by signing with the commission along with the king of professional wrestling.
Well, after he shined Brickhouse's shoes, he's been kind of low-key.
My protector and bad to the bone, bad company, and the singing cowboy, the new Southern champion, Don the Man Bass. And let me tell you something. You tell the people what I've done for you.
Hey, I tell you, brother, do not adjust the vertical hold. What you see before you is reality.
Wait, is Don Bass the Southern Heavyweight Champion? That can't be right, can it?
Color, beauty. Let me tell you, my man here, the Black Prince, he doesn't make any shallow promises that he can't hold. Not like some people like the powers that be, like Eddie Marlin, Randy Hales. What those boys did for me was just hold me back, keep me down. They didn't give me any title matches. They didn't give me nothing. All they gave me was a hard time and a lot of shallow promises. But within 1 week, the Prince here, he's already got me a singing contract because of the beautiful voice I have.
This is great shit to get high
And because
to.
of my superior dancing abilities. A tryout with the Rockettes, something never before happened in history.
Try out with the Rockettes.
Please. So, brother, let me tell you, people would come from near and far just to get a glimpse and just to see the superstar. Am I right, brother?
That's, I told you, people, all over the world, they call me the mailman. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you I'm going to do something, I deliver.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you didn't tell him about the $5,000
Brickhouse, man.
and all of that sort of thing. Yeah.
Let's just party. Let the party begin, baby. Let's just.
Well, let me get the microphone. Party time.
Man, wrestling is just wow. You can't beat pro wrestling.
You know, they may change the name of your outfit from the commission to the circus, because that's what it looks like going out there. What do you think?
It looks like it looks like some kind of like high concept improv performance art.
Bunch of guys who largely
You believe in that?
Which is probably what it is, to be honest.
We're going to be back
Like
in
they
a minute.
probably were making it up as they went along. It does look kind of like a couch
Championship Wrestling to tell you about wrestling action coming up Thursday, September the 10th in Huntingburg, Indiana at the Memorial Gym.
Never been to Huntingburg.
More on that card later. Great night of Championship Wrestling. Want to tell you about Evansville, Indiana. Wednesday night, 6 big matches, including King Carl. He will be going against Tracy Smothers back in Evansville. Looking forward to see Tracy back. Return international title match, Bill Superstar Dundee will be going against George Barnes. A Southern Tag title, Diamond and Tanaka will be going against Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. A Southern Heavyweight Championship, Singing Cowboy Don Bass against Big Scott Hall. Rocky the Soul Man Johnson will be...
Whoa, did you hear that? So Don Bass is legitimately like the champ. He's in theory, I mean, they don't base it off the belt here, but like in theory, Don Bass, the lip-syncing cowboy, is the top guy, and he's going to wrestle Scott Hall.
Going against the Prince, and the main event will be the King, Jerry Lawler, and he will be going against Big Bubba. We talked about that. Now we will see it. Jerry the King Lawler out to get the commission and any members he has his hit list, and we will see that. Evansville, Indiana, Wednesday night. Be there.
Action in the ring coming up right now. Rocky Soul Man Johnson's going to be involved in the match. Lance is with him right now as Rocky is on his way to the ring.
You can do it, try it. It's easy to do, man.
You've been trying to
boogie. I got to get you down, brother, and get you funky.
Man, this is a wild
right now. Hey, want to ask
stretch
you
in
about
Memphis.
You saw that commission and all of that. What about the Black Prince?
And I wasn't impressed one bit, brother, because that was just reminded me of Ringling Brothers Circus. Now, I ain't taking nothing away from the Brick House. He wants to call himself the Black Prince, but you know, I just got this to say, Daddy. Brick House, you couldn't make it as Brick House Brown, so now you go there. You never trust a man that changes his name or tries to change his color. You know where I'm coming from?
I hear you.
All right, Daddy. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm glad that I got that opportunity to get Brick House Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can dance better than the Brick House. And I can fight better than the Brick House.
Hear that music?
And for all you ladies out there, I'm a better lover than the Brick House. So get my music.
He's saying he can clap better than Brick House.
You got to get in the ring in there. Rocky
Bold
Soul
statements.
Man Johnson heading out.
Or as Lance would say, boy, I guess.
No, I wouldn't get that ring for anything in the world. Rocky Johnson.
There is the Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. His opponent stepping up onto the ring right now. Got a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up as Rocky continues to greet the fans. The fan favorites all over. Rocky
Action in the ring.
Rocky's been steadily losing weight. I think that's the best way to do it. And he's up over 300 pounds. We've talked about this for some time. He's down around 265 now.
What a strange look this is for Rocky Johnson, man. This is just an odd.
Rocky out of Washington, D.C.
He looks like a Double Dragon mini boss.
And he's on his way to the ring apron. His opponent, Keith Robertson, out of Memphis, Tennessee, at 243 pounds. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Oh my God, Kino! Wow.
Party time for Rocky Johnson.
Amazing.
Ready to do it in the ring.
Yes. We're ready to go. One fall, 15-minute time limit.
Would you guys get up and dance with Rocky Johnson if he was over in your section?
Keith Robertson,
Ooh, Pearl Harbor job.
jumps him from behind as Rocky is getting ready over in the corner. Robertson with a right fist. Bowen puts a drop
Please
kick
be
on
over.
Count is 1, 2, you got it.
Thank you.
19 seconds worth of action. Rocky feeling good. Ready for the referee to dance with him.
Oh, yeah, he is, in fact, feeling good. By golly, I'll tell you, a whole lot better than Keith Robertson.
Can we agree that at this point, Rocky Johnson is just doing the Jimmy Valiant gimmick in Memphis?
Because he took it very short order. Rocky just isn't.
Come on, ref.
Referee Jerry Calhoun did it good. Oh, yeah. So the winner in a short period of time, Rocky Soul Man Johnson. We're going to take time out. Be back. Just a half.
I'm a Nightmare fan because I'm a loudmouth. And I'm like, I go into like haunted house mode, right?
Let's take a look.
My brain lets me believe that it's real while it's happening. Oh. I better. Just in case. Man, they're gonna do the whole song. Whoa.
Taking a look at some video here coming up in just a few minutes. First, you hear it? That indicates to you a couple of the biggest guys around, and certainly they qualify as the Nasty Boys, as they're coming out to have a few words about it. Brian Knobbs and Jerry Sag.
Shut up. Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka, brainless Canadian, mindless Jack. They did not heed the Nasty Boys' words of wisdom to stay out of our business, you fools. It's obvious. We do not love Jeff Jarrett or Billy Travis. You do not have to put your noses in our business, and you do not heed our warnings. What's wrong with you, you fools?
Well, wait a minute. I think you and a few thousand other...
What's wrong with you, you fools? That would have been a great, like, anime line.
People that may saw the particular match that you're making reference to saw it, but let's let another 500,000 people take a look at it. You guys stand right here. We'll show the videotape of exactly what the Nasty Boys are making reference to. Here it is.
I see that, ATF Media. What's up, Radio Foreman?
Jeff Jarrett.
Hey, Randy.
To his partner, and he missed the tag from Jerry Sag. Back to the corner, though. They moved Jeff Jarrett.
Vinny Slugger.
Double teamed, whip him in.
Vinny Slugger, the true auteur of YouTube.
Jeff shakes it loose, but he's caught from behind by Jerry Sag.
Oh, man. Oh, he's got on his Goodnight Moon trunks. Oh, look at that shit.
Sag on Billy Travis. Billy. Bring it up. Staggers Knobbs.
Keeps him out of the Google search.
Sag takes over. Pulling up on the chin and head, sitting down.
Did I tell you I saw an Amish person at at Walmart?
On the spine, he doesn't have it on quite as solid as Brian Knobbs did.
I went to check the. I made a video checking the wrestling figures, but as soon as I got to him, there was some little kid there with his parents, and he started talking to me about Bray Wyatt. So I just immediately turned my back on the kid and left. Like, I wasn't going to sit and listen to that horse shit. I don't want to hear this kid's hot take when I'm shopping.
He's not sitting on that spine, which gives Travis a break, but he is sure pulling his head off.
You just rolled up some kush, nice. I switched to churn cream pie. Tastes and smells terrible. Like this. Albino? Was he safe and comfortable in his job?
Freewheeling right hand, catching both of the Nasty Boys.
Can we take a second just to appreciate that autistic zookeeper from yesterday? That was one of my favorite primetime characters of all time, I think. Weed isn't supposed to smell or taste good. Yeah, well, I mean, some of it does, though. Some of it doesn't taste, like, aggressively bad. She had some incredible, like, one-liners and, like, complete no-sells of George's humor. The chinchilla jar.
Travis got caught in between that one. Down on the floor goes Travis. Here comes Tanaka and Diamond. And nasty boy Brian Knobbs trying to keep him out. And Jarrett is going to be the winner with Billy Travis. 11-13, and look at Travis going after Tanaka and Diamond.
I don't mind, like, I like a funky dank weed, but like there's something about this particular weed that's just it's upsetting to me. It's too pissy.
The Nasty Boys, who had a match of theirs stopped because of interference by Diamond and Tanaka.
What is it anyway? Is it a
on disqualification?
Is it a hybrid?
This
I think it's a
time Knobbs
hybrid.
was keeping him out, but maybe he should have let him in. Well, they were, in fact, in the ring at the same time.
You see how fast?
No, I'm not making fun of her. I'm serious. I think she was incredibly entertaining. Like her dynamic with George was just like, it was so good. Although remember the rock star guy that was no-selling George about the albino tiger? That guy was pretty good too.
They came in.
I love Sour Diesel.
They went out. Do you know what I'm talking about? Diamond and Tanaka. You got thrilled. You came in and you got knocked out, and you cost us another match.
You don't have any kind of bad reactions to any of it. Like I've never had like a terrible reaction, but I've had there are some strains, especially one called lemon pepper, that just if I smoke it, I get super pissed off for some reason.
Well, we're through being nice guys.
But it's pretty rare. But I'd rather get high on an
indica
indica than a sativa.
I'm sick of being Mr. Nice Guy. And we have to go through that stupid black commission and that circus. We'll do it. Because we're the Nasty Boys, and we're here for one reason, to win them titles.
Knobs and Sag.
Well, there you hear it from Brian
Hey, Cody
Knobbs.
Turbo.
Commission, that was something like one flew over the cuckoo's nest to me. Them bunch of bozos are nothing. We got to go to the Black Prince and get him to sign something for that match.
Bunch of
that's gonna
bozos.
happen. Them tag team belts are going to be ours before you know it, Lance.
That's why we came down here.
That makes sense.
That's the destruction, devour and destroy anyone who goes up against the Nasty Boys. Ha ha!
Well, he says we're through being nice. I haven't seen that side of it yet, Dave. We're going to take time out. We got.
Well, I got a lemon pepper, and it was only a pre-roll too. It was only like a gram. But I smoked it, put me in a terrible mood. I was pissed off. So then the next day I thought, well, maybe it was like situational. So I went back to the dispensary and got another one. Same thing.
Some action coming up in just a moment.
I love Gorilla Glue. Ooh, lemon eye. Those all sound
Great
good.
night of action in Evansville Wednesday night.
ATF,
You will see
Shawnee
a Southern
Hills.
Tag Team Championship match. Paul Diamond
I've
and
never had that
Tanaka
one.
against Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis challenging
Remember Shawnee Smith, though?
for the title, and Jeff is not looking real good today.
That's right, Randy. It's not looking good right now.
Oh, no. Somebody broke Jeff Jarrett's neck.
Yeah, but I only got a few words to say. Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond, I want you to
They
listen
look like
up
they're
real good.
about to walk out on
People
Star
there, they don't know,
Search.
but you guys, y'all tried to hurt me. You tried to put me out in Louisville, Kentucky.
You'll enjoy
but
the dark
guys, you didn't
moods.
get the job done. Right there in Evansville,
cosmic
Indiana.
portals.
The doctor doesn't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready to go, but if I am, brother, I'm coming
What's
to
up,
Evansville, and I'm coming to put you
T.
out.
Loro?
In the Southern Tag Team Championship, good luck to you, Billy, in Evansville. I want to call in the superstar, Bill Dundee. You got a return match, George Barnes.
Whoa.
Thank you, Randy. We've wrestled, we've fought, and it still ain't settled, brother, because I still got the belt. And you want it in the worst way, so you can get on that big bird, go back to Sydney, Australia, and tell all our ex-buddies and all my friends, because I still got some there, George, that you beat the little Johnny-come-lately American. Well, that ain't going to happen, brother. Like I said before, I'm Australian by birth and American by choice, and awful proud, and I'm awful proud to be the champion. And right there in Evansville,
Australian
Indiana,
by
it's
birth,
going to be a
American
fight,
by
punk, and don't
choice.
think it ain't. And you're as big and as bad and as tough as you tell everybody you are, but the only difference is I still got the belt. And that
Bill
burns
Dundee
you up
fathered
inside, burns you up, and
8%
you
of
can't
all
stand it.
children in
well,
the
this week in
greater
Evansville, brother,
Memphis
I'm taking you
area.
at 1, 2, 3.
Good luck to you, Bill. Right now, I want to talk to Jerry Lawler. He has a match coming up with Big Bubba coming up in Evansville, Indiana, Wednesday night. Let's hear it from Jerry right now.
Oh, Big Bubba, you're a big
look
man.
at this.
But let me tell you what you've done. You've
Fantastic.
made yourself a big, big mistake. And you're going to find out how big this week when I get my hands on you. I'm not going to say you cost me the World Heavyweight Championship last week,
Bill Dundee is not technically a dwarf, no.
but you sure tried. And then I got you in a match down in Memphis, Tennessee, where you were the referee, and you, Brickhouse...
Hey, have you guys ever seen how small Angus Young from AC/DC is? I never even thought about it all these years. And then I saw a picture of him walking with his bodyguard, and it was so crazy.
Brown and Don Bass, you did cost me the Southern Heavyweight Championship. And I promise you this, when I get you in the ring, Big Bubba, you're going to see how...
Hey, let me ask you guys something, okay? Give me your... I need honesty, okay? I need real feedback. If on a live, I was walking around and we happened to see a couple, and both of the people in the couple were very, like, remarkably short, do you think it would be offensive if when I walked past them, I just said, like, y'all short? Do you think that would be offensive?
How big a mistake you made. You're going to take that whole $5,000 to pay your hospital bills.
You saw the pic? Yeah, it's insane. I was like,
got some
I thought it had to be like
coming up,
Photoshop.
Dave, from the AWA Southern Tag Championship match, Jackson, Tennessee, the Jackson Coliseum. Let's take a look at it. Jeff and Billy coming back. It'll be Jeff, Jarrett, Billy.
Watching Greased Up Tough Guys.
Who are jumped as they get in the ring. They don't even get their feet set in the can.
Where do you see the grease at, Jeremy? You think it would be hilarious?
Before Tanaka and Diamond nail him in right away. Starting it off with a kind of rough and tumble match. We knew it was good.
Like, I wasn't gonna stop and be like, I didn't stop and say like, yo, man, y'all short, and then like wait for a reaction. I just said it to them, like, you know, briefly. Like, it would have been in like passing. You know what I mean? I wasn't lingering on it.
Going to be Jackson Coliseum, Jackson, Tennessee. And out of the ring goes...
But for real though, they were both of the people were like exceptionally short. And it really struck me, and I was just like, y'all short. There was no malice to it at all. Hey, speaking of greasy souls, have you ever seen that movie, The Greasy Strangler, Jeremy? I feel like you would like that movie.
The way is Moondog Spike. That was the stipulation.
Yeah, I was just observing.
Don't expect
Yes.
a whole lot from the referee, such as the over-the-top rope disqualification. No. Wham! Knocking Diamond all over. Got Tanaka with top right down at the kidney.
If they responded to me, I would no sell them. I'm only gonna have conversations on my terms. That sounds like so serious. Cover comedy. I've heard so many stories though, dude, about people that like cover like or they like review or react to comedy clips, and that like they get a lot of strikes. Intellectual ring.
Well, this is going to be the kind of test.
What about this? My live streaming career. This puts me in the intellectual ring.
It has to undergo. And away goes Tanaka. Jeff Jarrett with that good.
It's not an insult.
Is reacting.
This is the way that I view it. I'm not insulting them. I don't think there's anything wrong with someone being short. I don't think of them any differently whatsoever. I didn't look at them and I was like, y'all short. No, I didn't do that. To me, there was no negative connotation to it. It's like if you said like, oh, you have long hair, or, you know, y'all hair long, something, you know what I mean? Like it's only a negative if you associate being short as being negative, which I don't. So I was just said, you know, y'all short, because they were exceptionally short. It was very interesting to me.
To Tanaka, who looked like he was going to take him over on a side suplex. Jeff jumping down in the corner. There's the tag on Billy Travis. Billy was in the neutral corner. Jeff hollered at him, held onto the rope so he could wait until Billy got there.
It was just neat.
He's cleaning house. Get ready to tee off on Tanaka.
Yeah, like if I was at Walmart and I passed like a couple that was like both people were Ben Thorpyth, I'd be like, y'all tall. Like, that's an interesting thing to see.
We've seen these guys go once before, and boy, I will tell you what, you never see anything less than a dynamite action-packed match. You may not like all of the things that take place in it, but just don't get the idea that Tanaka and Diamond are the only two tough guys in that ring.
I'm not worried about retribution of any kind. I'm about to collab. Well, I still have to do literally everything involved in it, but I am going to try to focus up and go meet with the witches.
Jarrett backed out of the ring by the referee. Look at that chokehold. Good shot of the chokehold as Diamond going into the corner.
I think Ben's 6'8", 6'7", 6'8". Hey, Armand. The opposite end of a quest.
Over the top rope on a double fly. Look at that Travis go.
Well, I mean, some of you have seen when I do my IRLs, like, I'm pretty free with, like, talking to people and saying whatever to people. Like, and I'm not really, I don't think I'm mean to people or, like, you know, I don't think I'm fucking with them really. Just having some light, good times.
Travis back under the bottom rope now. And the action officially will take place in the ring again.
You want to meet Ben? What do you think's going to happen? He's not going to hurt you.
Not in any position to take advantage of it. But he did stop the onslaught from Tanaka as he backdropped him straight in the middle of the ring, and Pat hit hard. Travis trying to pull his way.
What do you want to do with him? Gotta go to dinner?
But Tanaka not waiting. Back into action. Lifts Travis up. There's a couple. About the time that Spike got in position to start the count, Travis was out of it.
Well, there you go then. So what are you worried about? Just meet him and let him sit and talk.
Scores with a clothesline, and Tanaka and Travis both right on their back.
I do love that goose. I haven't seen him in forever though.
Paul Diamond saying, "Come on,
well,
come over here, make a tag."
I'm not gonna say that I haven't seen him in forever because it's hard to distinguish him when he's not on his patrol route. But I haven't seen him on his patrol route for a while. He was on a little bit further downtown last time I saw him. But like I said, they're all congregating now at the Goose Haven, as I like to call it.
And the same thing is being repeated in the other corner. And at this moment, both of the guys need to tag out. Travis trying to make it to the corner to Jeff, and he makes the tag over the top rope. Here comes Jeff Jarrett.
Ben is the Andre the Giant of YouTube.
Diamond and Tanaka.
What is Daninsky calling? Blubber lips, Ben Thorpe.
Jeff Jarrett survives another count. Put it out by the 2 count on that one. Side kicks Jarrett back under that. Going for another pin.
What the hell?
But he might then.
Oh, this is okay.
Set him up for a little better.
This is the dream matches. So that's why I was like, my brain was like, what's going on here? Why is the Moondog the referee? But I forgot that was like the stipulation of one of the dream matches. 8 big dream matches, folks. And the wishes will be granted that night.
This could be it. There's that DDT, and Jarrett's down. Tanaka covers him. Referee Sad moment, I know, Jeff, but that's the way it is sometimes.
That's right, Lance. But me and
Mama
Billy
says
aren't
it
out here to
bees
make
that way
excuses.
sometimes.
Everybody saw the match. What happened is, me and Billy aren't going to make excuses, I said, but I'm
Shout
going to point
out
out three
Downtown
things that
Bruno.
happened. The first thing, they threw both of us over the top rope. They pile drive Billy.
On the concrete.
On the concrete.
I love
That's
geese. I think they're
exactly
so
right.
cool.
And then they double team me. But I'm not out here, as I
wish
said,
I
to make
could-
excuses.
I wish
The
I could
point
get
is, me and
closer
Billy
to
had
him,
the
but I
same
don't wanna, like,
opportunity.
piss him
And
off.
when we get our next title shot, I can guarantee you one thing, Patanaka and Paul Diamond. We're going to use that every opportunity that you did, and we're going to do everything in our power to get those belts.
Music playing. Good luck to both of you guys, Billy and Jeff. To the ring.
Here comes Jeff Jarrett. Billy
Oh,
Travis.
gave him the name of Blubber Lips.
Tag team match. Jeff out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Lexington, Kentucky, the hometown of Billy Travis. They weigh in at 438. Rough and ready.
Is this a expiration of time match? Oh, yeah, shit. Like 2 minutes left.
And as we await the signal from referee Jerry Calhoun.
Maybe they'll come on that WWE Vault
It
show.
looks like it's going to be Billy Travis starting for his team, and Rupp starts for his team. Bell sounds, and
It's going to be a great minute and a half of
Billy
action.
Travis grabbing Rupp, fires him into the rope. Good upper arm as he came off of there. Billy to the corner. The tag on Jeff Jarrett. Double up on the upper arm. Down to the mat goes Rupp of Rupp and Ready. Jeff making a tag. Billy Travis up on the middle rope. Crowd says, yeah, drop down on that arm, and he does.
We'll go catch some geese.
Up in the air. Body slam now by Billy Travis. But he follows up with a good upper arm. He drops straight down on him.
Is Gray still vaping or just smoking
Nice
cigarettes?
drop kick by Jeff. Rupp over close to his corner, does not go for the tag. There's a cover. 1, 2. He got it. He got it.
There we go. What a
Just
match.
the time. The first fall to Jeff and Billy.
We'll be right back, folks. We got plenty of action still left ahead.
Today, and I think the most interesting thing was to see the commission come out here and the 2 new recruits that the Black Prince has in there, and King Carl Fergie, dead takeoff on Jerry the King.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And then the superstar, only 400-pound variety of it.
A.K.A. Big Bubba. Yeah.
Big Bubba, that's correct. So we saw it all right here, and he is, I don't know. I don't really know what yet to think about the commission.
I don't either.
Black Prince.
But we also saw how he recruited Big Bubba, too, with the cash.
Yeah.
And that's what he's got. He's got a bunch of mercenaries there.
Okay, that's exactly, you hit it right on the head.
Jeremy, are you trying to say that Ben's a crackhead? Yeah, you got to make sure Jeff gets the good shine.
Because you got Big Bubba, we just saw it on the videotape in there. We think
What a
back to
great-
Tanaka
I would have
and Diamond,
never
exactly
believed
how
that
they
episode
got
was
together
real.
and all.
Let's watch one more. Yeah, I miss Bruno promos. No way, I'm way too far. By the time I skip it, it's going to be over. Here we go. You think he is?
Another big show lined up, David.
Oh, get ready today. In the studio today, George Barnes, Bill Dundee, Tracy Smothers, Rocky.
I did see some of the bike ride where Ben was riding the bus, and I just thought that was an interesting dynamic. Ben Thorpe on public transportation.
Johnson, Superstar, Bubba, Big Scott Hall, and to cap it all, an 8-man tag team match, all of it coming up right here today.
Well, I'm going to tell you, we got that and about 8 total matches scheduled for the action today. So if we're going to get any
8
part of it in
matches?
and still
What?
have time for that 8-man, we better take time out right now. You stand right where you are. We're going to be back with action in just a moment.
Got a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up here.
George Barnes.
And referee calls for the bell. There's no bell, so ding-ding, I guess we'll say. And
No bell,
see if we can
folks.
find a bell here before the next match. George.
Well, then whatever the results of this match are should be thrown out.
Barnes beating up on Ed Maddox. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Not Keith Eric, I beg your pardon. Ed Maddox out of Memphis, Tennessee at 2:04. Look at Barnes, drops down with that upper arm. Barnes out of Australia, of course. He weighs in at 243 pounds. He picks Ed Maddox up in the air and power slammed him down to the mat. George Barnes. George always a bit irritated, it seems like. Fireman's carry by Barnes. He drops straight back. Ed Maddox. It's the mat. Barnes.
Oh, whoops. Hey, Bob Brown. Wow, thank you, man. That's so generous. Hey, I love my Janny membership. We got a VP person. Yeah, but thank you, man. That's very generous of you, Bob. 5 memberships. I love my Janny membership.
Follows, got a count of 1, 2, and 3.
You prefer the vocal like at the end of that one Rocky movie?
George
Ding,
Barnes,
ding.
the Australian, puts the victory together at 34 seconds over Ed Maddox. Maddox never really had a chance as Barnes went after him right from the start. Now Barnes kicks him out of the ring. And the winner in 34 seconds of action.
What? What are you talking about, Vinny?
George Barnes. Let's go
Vinny,
back to
you're a
Lance.
difficult talent to work with, you
Dundee.
know.
Lance?
Okay, Billy, before you go to the ring, let me catch you out here, partner. Want to get you on the way to the ring here. You got a big match coming up. Good-looking suit.
Thank you.
And, of course, we just heard from Australian George Barnes.
Oh, yeah, well, let me tell you, whatever George is saying ain't true, because he went around the whole world and told him they flung me out of the wrestling school. Well, that wasn't true, George. Then you told him they were going to take the belt off me, and you never did that. You told him you were going to out-wrestle me, and you never done that. Well, just let me tell you something, sport. I'm still an Australian, like I keep telling you, very proud of that. But the difference between me and 250 million other people that live here, I'm American by choice, and that's because I want to live here, and that's what I would like to fight for. If we got to go to war, brother, I'm going. I'm an American. If I got to zoom up Hiroshima by myself, I would go. But let me tell you something, Barnes, I don't think you would go. If the Chinese came across to Australia in sandpans and flung them Sims at it, you wouldn't go to war, boy.
What?
Because I think you lost it, George. I really think you lost it. So you're out here bragging. See, when somebody says how great you are, it's
what
a
in the world is he
talking
talking
yourself,
about?
You're bragging. And you have bragged, boy, and you can't do it because I still got the belt. And it ain't going to change no difference this week. I'm going to the ring with it, and I'm leaving with it because, George, I don't think you're a man no more. Boy, you're still Australian.
Vinny, when I come up there to collab, you got to get it together, brother.
And you talk a great fight, but I don't think you got it no more. So this little imitation American, as you call it, will walk to the ring with the belt, and he will walk back with it. So whether we're wrestling or fighting, it don't make no never mind. Because when it comes to wrestling, like I said before, technically, I think you and I are the best in here. Nobody can lace our boots at that. I'll tell you that right now. And when it comes to fighting, I'm as good as there is, Daddy.
Oh, there he goes to the ring. The superstar, Billy Dundee. Got a big match coming up. We'll be out
I don't know about
it.
Billy Dundee. Oh, boy.
Bill Dundee, the superstar, greeting the crowd in the ring. His opponent, Keith Eric, already there. Eric weighs
He's going to
206
sweet talk
out
the
of Memphis.
rats.
Dundee, the Australian. What does he point?
Nostalgia contest. I don't really want to. I don't really care to make it to the next level. Radio Foreman. Boyd is my. Boyd is where I'm supposed to be. I go with the current, you know, of the cosmos, and this is where I'm supposed to be.
Turns out he's American now. He was born in Australia. He's from Australia. A little politics there, Billy. This match is going to be one fall. 15 minutes will be the time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee, in the ring. Keith Eric in the ring. Bill saying hello to the faithful.
You go against the grain. That's fair, man.
Referee Jerry Calhoun is saying, hey, come on, Bill, it's time for the match. Bill says, wait a minute. These nice folks here I want to say hello to.
Man, look at that guy's outfit.
Bill Dundee.
Well, that's true.
Maybe the toughest
Bringing
wrestler
Boyd to public
anywhere
access
around here.
TV. I'd like to.
He weighs in at about 214. Now the referee is saying, all right, come on, we've got to get it underway, Billy. Bill says,
Oh, my God.
all right, here we go. any doubt, he's got the crowd on his side. Superstar Bill.
Getting bigger as a channel comes with a lot of negatives too, especially if you're like, you can't chat with people, and you can't like be as deliberate in a stream if you have like past certain, you know, plateaus of, you know, people watching and interacting, shut off certain parts of like the interactive elements of streaming.
Bill Dundee. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit.
But if I can't make it with Dorunda, I mean.
And now, here we go. The superstar. First
Inconsistent eye contact.
Down to the mat.
Are we a radio foreman? Are you doing some
kind of a way of saying I'm in control of this match already?
profiling?
Raked his fingers across Dundee's eyes. Follows up with a broad arm across the back of the neck. And look at Dundee come out of there. Both fists doubled. Upper arm puts Eric down to the mat. He picked him up by the hair in the air and a body slam. Dundee heads for the ring rope.
It cracks me up that Vinny Slug is in the chat.
That's one.
That always makes my day when I see Vinny Slugger in the chat.
Well, the total time of the match was only 45 seconds. 45 seconds, the official time, as the superstar Bill Dundee walks away from the ring with a victory. All right, now let's go back to Lance, who's...
I actually did a really long introspective. I got really ripped during a Truthfully Trisha stream, and I did like a long, in-depth self-introspection on why I watch stuff like Grace and Truthfully Trisha and, you know, Ruby and VP. It was like a really good segment, and then Truthfully Trisha copyright struck me.
Has with another guest with us.
Okay, David, I'll tell you, this is a real pleasure. Let me officially welcome back the man, Tracy Smothers. Tracy, by golly, it's been a while since you've been here. Sometimes you got to get away from home to finish your education, right?
Well, isn't that the truth? You know, Lance, when I first started in professional wrestling, they told me the old-timers said that 60% of
Hey,
it's
Tracy's
mental,
back.
Another 40% is physical. Well, I never really knew that until I got out into the real world. That's what it's all about. I've been down in Florida, the Sunshine State. Very successful tour down there.
I've been hearing great things about you.
Yeah. It's good to be home. I'm a Southern boy, Southern born, Southern bred. I'm guaranteed not to rust, bust, collect dust, bend, break, or splinter. Now, I've come back here. This is my home. This is where I was born. I was born here, raised here. I'm going to die here.
Watching somebody just because they're attractive wears off pretty quick, Jeremy. Plus, there's so many people who are like more goon-friendly than Grace and VP. Like,
A lot of tough competition. For all you big, bad, mean, and nasty individuals in the other dressing room.
I mean, it's certainly part of the appeal. I mean, I'm not going to deny that.
There's a new sheriff in town, and his name's Tracy.
I'd rather look at Grace than, like, you know, Cyrax or Becky Boop or whatever.
The wild-eyed Southern boy.
I hear your music. You better get on. The Southern boy, Tracy Smothers. David?
Wild-eyed Southern boy, Tracy Smothers.
Guaranteed not to rust, bust, splinter, or break.
Tracy over the top rope. Steve Robertson, Tracy's opponent today. Robertson out of Memphis, Tennessee at 243. Tracy out of Springfield, Tennessee at 228. Referee waits for him to get the warm-up jackets off. Tracy Smothers against Keith Robertson. Robertson, big guy. Robertson with a weight advantage over
I did, though. I love the IRL you did, Jeremy, with Provo, where you guys went out to the bar. That was a pretty epic stream.
Wow. Each wrestler reversing the hold of the other. Robertson. Tracy lets him go by.
We all want Ben arrested again and hiding in the RV. Tracy Smoothie. That's an interesting
Robertson's own weight against him. Robertson hit him right in the face. Now doubles up the fist and popped him. Tracy catches himself in the rope. Woo! Coming out of there. Shoulders are down. Counts it. 2. Only 2.
Oh, look at Tracy, man. He's raring to go.
Smothers with the 2 count on Robertson. Robertson's a big guy. Not easy to hold him down for a 3 count.
Guy's never won a match in his life. Oh, man.
This time he got it.
Gave him the fence builder, but really laid it in.
Boy,
Shit.
that's a good win, too, Dave, because this guy is no easy target.
Southern born, Southern bred, and when I die, I'll be Southern bred, Lance Russell.
Boy, back with us, and we're delighted. Well, we said he had the physical makings of it, and now it looks like he's got it mentally together. We've got more action. We're going to take time out.
Sunshine on a dog's ass. Fantastic. And they show Bill Dundee. Okay. Eddie Marlin at work.
Evansville Coliseum Wednesday night. Son of a gun, we got a dandy night of action out there. Well, I think you know by now, or at least you will if you haven't heard it yet, that we've gotten a couple of rulings from the AWA, and brother, one of them in particular is very important. The Prince has been suspended for 30 days wrestling action. Can't get in there and wrestle anymore. That's not going to stop him from being in Evansville, because Don Bass, Jerry Lawler will be going against each other for the Southern title, which was held up by the AWA, and it could turn out to be a most interesting
Let me tell you
evening Wednesday
something
night.
right now. Suspending the Prince ain't did nothing. Because if you thought I was poisonous, Jerry Lawler, in the ring, I am pure death, brother, when it comes to using my mind. Because I'm an intelligent man, and you're going to find out, Lance Russell, what I'm talking about. Because Jerry Lawler, everybody knows how
Man,
you
Memphis,
and your,
80s Memphis is so good. It's just so much fun.
Back down from the commission.
Oh, now wait a minute. They'll see it coming up here before long. That's your side of the
And
story.
I'll tell you, I'm going to be at ringside in that Southern match, and I'm going to have all the commission.
Should I do a pop-up art installation and just show like 3 or 4 episodes of Memphis and just let the public wander in and out and experience it?
Down there, and I'm gonna tell you something, Jerry Lawler, you won't get nothing done that night.
Boy, you're looking for a war. That's it. Well, talking about a war, here are the Southern Tag Team Champions, Bad Company, Diamond and Tanaka. You got a war with...
I'd like to put out like start advertising to do like a Memphis meetup where like you meet once a week to watch, like kind of like we do here, but in real life. But then like at the very first one, no matter who showed up, whatever the kind of people they were, I would like introduce myself and then like cut a promo saying that like I can't believe this bunch of losers that came out for this, and you know, really tear down the audience. That's how I would start off the program.
The Nasty Boys.
Taking on 2 out-of-shape fat geeks.
Okay, fine.
The 2 geeks that we try to help, and they turn
No, I don't have that jacket,
well, boys, you say you're
unfortunately.
nasty. The only thing nasty about you may be your breath and your body odor. We are the nastiest team there is. We are Bad Company, and we're going to come out on top as usual, and in the process, we're going to destroy 2 fat, ugly, disgusting slobs such as yourself right there in Evansville.
Well, partner, you may do it, but I'll tell you one thing. Wednesday night, I sure want to be right there to see it, because that is going to be a fight.
I remember Nate Rock Quarry.
Okay, the action will return to the ring here in just a moment. You know, I wanted to review for you some of the things that took place because of an ultimate ruling. We've got a couple of them from the AWA. First, I want to go back to, you remember the Price is Right match, and this is the point at which Jerry Lawler had put his title up. That is to say, that was one of the things that he had to pay in order to get with it. Now, let me tell you what happened. He wrestled immediately Don Bass following the Price is Right match. The Southern title was on the line, as we said. They had a special referee, Big Bubba, who was very important in the outcome.
Lance Russell knows I'm high, and if he just keeps saying things, I'll just eventually start believing him.
His hair right here.
Oh, I remember this.
And Lawler from the top rope drills him.
I think. Oh, yeah, the Big Bubba heel turn.
On Don Bass. Count of 1, 2, 3. What is this? 15:51. Bubba dropped a leg on Lawler, then put Bass on top of Lawler and gets a 1, 2, 3 count.
What if I just train all of them to be Memphis managers and we'll just vote someone out each week? You see that guy push that kid? Look at him pushing the kid back. That cop.
Big Bubba just took.
He didn't hesitate either.
Well, you saw it right there. Obviously, I thought that
the Sam Hyde of wrestling.
Bass, but it was Lawler he dropped it on. You saw the payoff that came out of it. Now, the AWA took the time for all the members to take a look at that tape in there, exactly what happened, and a ruling came down. Number one, the title has been held up. Don Bass does not have the Southern Heavyweight title any longer.
Listen to how happy they are about
held
that.
Up the title. And number two, they revoked the special license that Big Bubba had to referee. He will not be doing any refereeing.
Oh, come on.
Bubba's license was revoked, and that is exactly what the AWA
Find the next
came
Jimmy
out
Hart.
with. So that Bass is no longer the Southern Heavyweight title.
Oh, look at the snowflake outfit. I love it.
And the king is the
Pope
one
Lawler.
who will be trying to get it back. Out with a beautiful new robe, Jerry. The
Man, that is
AWA
sharp,
has
dude.
come
That's
down
awesome.
With the rulings as we specified to the people.
Let me ask you this. First of all, I hear all of these people over here clapping and everything because you announced the rulings that they have, first of all, held the belt up.
That's correct.
And they have, second of all,
belong to Bass
the title does not belong to Bass.
Oh my God,
But let me
car
ask you this, did they
jujitsu.
give the
I
title
saw.
back to me?
Okay.
Did they give the
I saw a thumbnail that said it, but I thought it was clickbait. Is it actually jujitsu in the car? I've seen other people do jujitsu in the car, but like, is he actually like promoting a league or something?
title back to me?
Well, no, but they held the title up, so Bass doesn't have the title.
Well, big deal. Then that means nothing, Lance.
Tim
How
Salmon's
can somebody
house?
who calls himself an official of the AWA sit there and watch
Wait.
the same film that everybody else just saw?
Is there
and
really
not
a
give
guy
me
named
that belt
Steve
back? How
Trout?
can they do that?
Well,
Tell me
Remember
how they can do
Colonel
that.
Troutman from
Jerry,
Rambo?
has been made that the title is held up. You
Oh my
understand
God.
that. Now,
I watched all the Rambo movies like a couple months ago and forgot to review them.
it's a situation where
It's a situation where they did nothing, Lance.
Man, that's a
they
nice
did
looking robe.
absolutely nothing. And they take away Big
they
Bubba's license.
revoked Bubba's refereeing license.
Well, that's like taking away my pilot's license.
I didn't know that you were a pilot.
I'm not a pilot. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
There
He's
we
not
go,
a
yep.
referee. So taking away his refereeing license means absolutely nothing. What it means is that's another case of the AWA sitting back, and they got a bunch of big businessmen up there, and they look at these
Steve
films,
Trout.
and they see what's going on down here, and they do absolutely nothing about it, and I'm sick of it. So what it means is...
Anytime I hear about fish, I still think about Ben cutting the promo on Grace coming out of the bathroom and saying that it smelled like freshly baked sole.
I'm going to have to take things into my own hands. I'm going to have to straighten out the situation myself. And believe me, you're looking at somebody right now that's capable of doing it. And I'm going to start by getting things back in order. First thing I'm going to do is put that Southern Heavyweight Championship belt back around my waist where it belongs. And Don Bass, you're the man that you don't have the belt now, but they might as well have let him keep it. Because all they did was hold it up. They didn't give it back to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with Don Bass, and I'm going to take that title away from you, fat boy, and I'm going to give you the beating of your life in the process. And then I'm going to go to Big
Wow,
Bubba.
keep it
and then I'm
professional,
gonna go to
Jerry.
the Prince,
Come
who's
on.
probably the brains behind the whole
Let's
operation.
be above
1, 2,
it.
3. I'm going to get things back in order around here. If I have to do it myself, I'll do it myself.
Well, obviously, you can't make everybody happy with everything, and while I would have to agree with him that I think, of course, I'm prejudiced, I would have made a ruling the other way. The ruling did
He's
go,
admitting
they
it.
at
He's
least
saying
did
that he
They
can't
held
be
the title up,
trusted
and they
as
took
a
away
journalist.
and revoked that license of Big Bubba. An incident that took place, it was extremely important to the...
Well, probably not Boyd Watch, but we already do like semi-regular Sam Hyde content, so we could fit in there somewhere.
King, and I think that most of you can understand exactly why he feels the way he does.
I think there's like 12 or 13 season 2 episodes, the official cuts that are already posted. I'm just waiting for maybe a couple more before we start doing one show of those a week.
Was the match with Curt Hennig, the world heavyweight champion. Lawler had his shot. I have never seen him more confident that he was going to be able to take the title away from the world champion.
Yeah,
and
the
he
King
had
blew
things
it.
going. But an incident took place that I want you to take a look at, and I'm going to give you another
Great looking robe,
ruling
though,
the
man.
AWA
Wow.
came down with in just
Very
a moment.
popely.
First, let's take a look at the Lawler-Hennig match. Lawler to the second rope.
I want to see this and include it, but I got to be careful.
Dressed as a woman, pile driver. Lawler goes down. That is.
Okay, so Brickhouse was in drag and cost him the title.
With Rocky Johnson, that he was sick and unable to.
Sorry,
make
I played
there.
as much of it as I thought I could get away with
AWA
before they
took exception to
suspended
the
the stream.
That he was not sick. He was there, and he should have had the match with Rocky Johnson. And for that, they have suspended him for wrestling for 30 days so that he will not be bothering inside the ring anymore. He has been suspended for 30 days, and that
always looks
is an
really
AWA
good.
ruling that will be official, and you can better believe it is going to be enforced. With the Prince,
He really
as
sold
he
that
calls
last one,
himself,
too.
Being
Like he
suspended
really just
for those
buried it.
30 days. The two things, the one with Rocky Johnson and missing that match, and the second thing because of his flagrant interference in a world heavyweight title match with Kurt Hennig.
Oh,
Speaking
look
of the
at
Prince,
this. Wow.
And the court jester, Bruno, coming out. And Don Bass, who no longer has that Southern heavyweight belt. You know the ruling. They suspended you.
Let me tell you, I hear you talking all out the side of your mouth.
Don Bass is the champion. I don't care what Lance Russell
People don't want to
says.
hear none of that, what you talking about, man. Now, the real deal is, I'm not taking this land down, you understand? I got my lawyers that
You
work.
don't have any choice. They suspended you from wrestling for 30 days.
I can show you better than I tell you, fool. I got a choice. I'm suing everybody around here, you understand? I'm suing the commission. I'm suing the president. Because I'm going to tell you something
I'm
right
suing
now,
the
man.
president.
Just because even I get sick. You understand? Being the fine, healthy, black stud that I am, even I get sick. And I'm going to tell you something. I had 110-degree heat fever that night. There's no way I could have made it there that night.
That wasn't Jerry. You weren't even there. Is
No,
that the
sir,
idea?
buddy. But I'm going to tell you something right now.
He wasn't lying anyway. That's an honest man right there, brother.
That's right.
Thank you.
An honest man.
She showed up was fine and bad to the bone because Lord knows that the Black Prince would have been anywhere around. I would have had to try something with that fine sweet tenderoni that they told me about, man.
Yeah, well, I hear that big story about you not being there, and that wasn't you. Well, the commission took another exception
Looks like a Fortnite lobby.
to it. They said that you missed, you ducked the match with Rocky Johnson. You interfered. You suspended for wrestling for 30 days. Now, all your talk.
There's not a man alive that I fear, you understand? Let alone a backdoor boy, a backdoor nappy-headed, kinky, beady-eyed, liver-lip, buck teeth, long neck sucker like Rocky Johnson. You think that I care anything about him?
I noticed you didn't get in the ring with him and battle him out. I know you were sick and laid up in bed.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys see Bruno during that last little stretch there? Bruno, come on, man. Look at him.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to tell you something right now. Like I said, my attorneys are on the case. I'm suing everybody. I'm not worrying about no suspension, man. I'm
suing everybody.
Right now, my man here got something right now. That's important.
Grace, look up the value of Jarrett Lawler Promotions. That's going to be ours.
That's my belt. I'm the people's champion, baby. You're all time.
People's
When I get to
champ.
take that belt down there this week, I'm going to take that belt.
Just a minute, man.
So Don Bass just I don't even know what happened there. This is such a good episode. Whoops, I don't think I went back far enough.
This week, I'm going to take that belt.
Just a minute, man. My friend. I just can't wait them 30 days.
Throat punched him? I haven't seen it yet.
Suspension won't do me right now, boy, because I'm going to tell you something, Jerry Lawler. I want
His
you
mind
bad,
just
boy.
completely blanked.
I'm going to be like hot melted chocolate. That's right, baby. Like an almond joy that tastes so sweet.
An almond joy.
I'm going to kick you where the sun don't shine with both my feet.
You're not going to be wrestling.
Hey, let me tell you something right now, man. Don't nobody tell me what to do.
All hail
Because
Brick
Jerry
House.
Lawler
What a
says in the
performer.
good book, it's a sin to hate. But oh, I fall short before the glory of God because I hate you, Jerry Lawler.
Wow.
And this thing inside me. And this thing has gotten real personal between me and you. And I want you out here right now. Come on out here, sucker, so I
This
can
is
knock
so
you out.
good.
I want you bad, Jerry Lawler. You ain't never seen nothing like this before in your life. I'm badder than anything you've ever came against. I'm the black man that your dad always warned you about.
Wow.
So you better get ready.
Well, Don Bass is the one who's going to have to climb in the ring with him for the Southern heavyweight title out there. He's the one that'll have to face Lawler and face the wrath that Lawler's going to have.
Man, what a performance. Oh, here we go. I'm getting like, I'm so into this. I'm so invested.
There he is right there. Rocky Johnson and Jerry
Oh,
Lawler.
no, not Rocky.
Hey, conspiracy.
See, you come on here and you call me all these names because I ain't here, brother. And you ain't nothing but an Oreo cookie to start with. And you up there running your mouth off, getting on the king, daddy. Now we're here.
Let me just tell you something. I know what you got in mind, Brickhouse. Yeah, please hold him back. I see how much trouble it's taking to hold you back. I know exactly what you got in mind. You're going to be out there and you're going to be at ringside with this big fat slob, and you think that you're going to distract my attention while he busts my brain out with that guitar or something or gets me from behind. Well, you got
this is life-affirming
content.
content.
All I had to do was ask my friend right here, Rocky Johnson, and he said he's going to be in my corner, and he'll take care of you, and that way all I got to concern myself with is you, fat boy, because I'm going to beat your brains out and take that belt.
Oh, my God.
You just make one move, because I tell you what.
Let me go, bro. Let me go right now.
Yeah, don't hold him back anymore. You don't have to hold him back at all. We can get this.
Here we go.
Don't let him hold you back. Just come on, let's go right now.
You don't want that again.
Come on, let's go.
Let's not get any of this going in here.
Come on. What are you going to do?
You're the one that was hollering for him to come on out. He's out here.
Oh, here comes Carl Fergie. Oh, they're bringing everybody out.
Enough is enough.
Paul Diamond, the OG beefcake.
Yeah, now you got 14 guys behind you backing you up.
He's looking more and more like Brutus Beefcake every week. Oh, can you imagine a USA chant hitting right now?
Now, what was that noise you was talking? Huh? All of that raw talk?
You got your whole gang here. You're roughed up there.
Slap my face right now. Come on. Lay it right here.
Oh, you really brave.
Oh, my God.
You guys just knock it off. Get out. We don't need it.
Let me just say this. You're real tough when you're surrounded by all your goons. But you know, I would hope that I got a few friends in the back somewhere that if you want to make a move, if you want
bring
to have
out
a little
Jim Jameson
conversation today, maybe other people
and
got
Keith
friends.
Roberson. Oh, here we go. Oh, my God. This is so good. This is pure, uncut professional wrestling delivered directly into your bloodstream. Oh, and then Scott Hall. Wow. What an episode.
Let me say this. Let me just say this. You want to
What could happen next?
have some trouble out here? You couldn't melt that chocolate drop and pour him on me right now. That's what I got to say. It's all even up. Let's get it on right now. What do you think, huh?
Hey, no. Hey, hold it. We don't need any more guys out here. The nasty boys. Okay, Billy, let it go. Eddie.
Oh, and here come the third parties.
This is getting out of hand.
Oh, even Eddie Marlin's out. Oh, my God.
There's not going to be a war out here. You get over there, you get over here. The first man from either side that throws a punch, he's
No
gonna
pop
be
for
fine,
Dundee.
and he's going to be suspended. I'm telling you just like I'm telling them.
Tell him,
The
make him
first man
understand.
throws a punch is out of here.
Now, you got that, and you got it straight. So, come on, let's hold it down for where it's supposed to be inside the ring.
George Burns.
Now we've had a show of strength on both sides. Let's get them out of here. Now, we don't need any fighting out here. Come on, Jerry. Please, let's just hold it back. Rocky?
You think you came up with a standstill? I told you the can will kick, but the can is open and it's poured over.
Okay.
You belong to me, sucker.
All right, Brickhouse, take your commission and take it on out of here, and let's get them all out.
It's like opening night backstage at a Broadway
Nasty
play.
boys, everybody. Please, Rocky, Jerry, let's just take it on back. Hey, come on, Billy. Now, you're going to end up getting suspended. It's not going to be it. Save it for the ring, and let's take it on out of here. Thank you, Eddie. They're not out of here yet. Watch them.
Come on, let's go.
I think in general it's probably more fun to be a bad guy. So like it's easier than doing like the like, oh gosh, I'm gonna come out there and give it my all and I'm gonna wrestle a clean match. Like that's probably not the most inspiring, like shit to work with.
Nasty boys, telling the Prince.
They said they didn't want to be on the Prince's side.
Oh, that guy's got the Hogan
That's
gear
exactly
on.
right. They didn't want any part of him. They didn't want him telling them.
He's got that big mouth. But what he does, he lets that alligator mouth overload that hummingbird rear end of his. He can't get it done. You can't win no match with your mouth, and he ain't going to be able to get it done when I get in the ring with him, because this man right here is going to be all over him. I can assure you that.
Okay, we're going to take a break here while we still have something
What
to take
a
break
strange
from, and we'll be back
but
in just a
wonderful experience that all was.
We got a bad, rugged situation coming up. I'm going to give you the entire card for Wednesday night in Evansville in just a second. First, I want to tell you that on September the 10th, Huntingburg, Indiana, championship wrestling coming to the Memorial Gym at 5th Street and Main.
Kind of tasteless, isn't it, to go to Hummingbird after he just shit all over hummingbirds?
September the 17th, Olytic, Indiana. At
Olytic. I've been to Olytic. I've seen
knowledge,
wrestling in
first time
Olytic.
Championship wrestling has been in there, and you're going to want to see it. We'll have more of the card as we get a little closer to it. Now, Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. Listen here. Tojo Yamamoto goes against Billy Travis in a single match. Mid-America title at stake when King Carl Fergie will be going against Jeff Jarrett. Superstar Big Bubba going against Rocky Soulman Johnson. AWA Southern Tag titles at stake with Diamond and Tanaka defending against the Nasty Boys. See that one by all means. And then a Southern Heavyweight title match. Don Bass and Jerry Lawler.
See that one,
Another match
by all
coming up
means.
right here, Rocky Soulman Johnson will be stepping into the ring in just a moment. Right now, Lance going to try to catch him as he makes his way to ringside. Lance?
Okay, Dave, we're back here in the boogie session right now.
We're back in a boogie session. What's that mean?
He's catching on, man.
Rocky Fever.
Laying it down.
See, what we're talking about here and what we're getting down on. Now, you see, Jerry Lawler's a good friend of mine, and I like him.
I wish we could watch American Gladiators on here, but they'll do a takedown for sure.
I kind of like the dude now. He's a good old dude. But see, I know how bad he wants that Brickhouse Brown.
Yes, he does.
And you know how bad I want Brickhouse Brown. So what it's going to boil down to, me and Lawler got to have a foot race to see who gets to the Brickhouse first. Because, brother, I want that Oreo cookie just as bad as Lawler does. And between the both of us,
They just keep calling each other Oreo cookie.
Sure, because I can get down, you know that.
Well, he ducked out on him.
That's right, he ducked out. So now they want War Daddy, and we can give him more. First of all, I'm going to start with Brickhouse. And then I'll go through his commission. I'll take the biggest one he got, that big goon.
Big
about
buck.
6'8", weighs about 250 pounds, bench pressing 600. Hey, that's fine, that's cool. But I ain't got nothing to do with wrestling, so bring it up.
With a tennis ball gun.
I hear it right out there, Rocky.
Come on, Lance.
Get into the ring, and we'll be right out after you. David?
Oh, man. Remember that incredible interview where Jerry Lawler interviewed Lance Russell when they were sitting out on the park bench, like out in nature? That was such a great moment. Great segment. Look at that girl like crying. What the hell? She was like scared and like overwhelmed about Rocky Johnson. Rocky Johnson must be one of those chosen guys that Savvy Guy talks about.
Rocky's set to go on a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match here.
Young Ron Howard in the crowd.
Arkansas, 240 pounds. Buddy James. Again, one fall, 15-minute time.
So
the referee is Jerry Calhoun.
Nobody said all the rats were good looking, man.
All right, got to wait for Rock to take the shirt off, and now we're ready. Sullivan against Buddy James. Buddy James, built kind of like Fireplug. He's short,
Who
but
is
he weighs
this
240 pounds. Rocky with a 25-pound weight advantage on him and a sizable height advantage. Buddy James, the right hand.
What's the combined weight, though?
Rocky Johnson fires him into the rope.
Whoa, brother.
Powers him down to the mat. Counts at 2. Count is 3.
Oh, incredible. Wow.
24 seconds.
Wow, that was amazing.
Sullivan has himself a victory here over Buddy James.
He did the JT Southern. Clap hands with the rats, get in the ring, hit one belly-to-belly suplex, win, dance past the rats back to the locker room. He hit it nice, though. That was a good-looking finisher. I was startled by it, honestly. Look at all these tacky outfits this guy had, man. Incredible.
Bubba with a little bit of a new look as he steps up to the ringside there. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. William the Freezer Thompson out of Arkansas, 270 pounds, going against from Miami, Florida at 407 pounds. Bubba.
Superstar Bubba. What?
Superstar Bubba in his corner. Bruno and the Prince. Superstar Bubba. Feeling Big William there. That's not easy to do.
Oh, you got that right. But Bubba's just the man that's big enough to do it, too. Look at that jumpsuit that he has on. It's not literally a jumpsuit or wrestling attire. We saw him with that.
You think ATF would bust pretty quick with Mary Lou?
Jumpsuit that he had. Look at him go. Oh, man. I believe that's it, Dave.
Damn, man. I was hoping that'd go a little bit longer.
Well, it took him 32 seconds to do it. Big Bubba gets himself a victory here over William the Freezer Thompson. Again, the time on it, 32 seconds.
32 seconds and big action by superstar Big Bubba.
Being broke around here. The only superstar professional wrestling. Let me tell you something right now, redneck. I see what kind of man you are, but don't you know what you're getting yourself into, Jerry Lawler? Yeah, I know what kind of you're going to have all your friends down there by ringside in that title match. And let me tell you something right now. You think all your friends going to jump on me?
That was Savvy Guy's original name, was Oreo Man,
and if anybody
on
lays a
YouTube.
hand on me, especially you, we going to beat you to death within an inch of your life, sucker. Tell them about it, Bubba. Talk about this loud mouth. Uncle Tom come out here talking about me being fat. Big old boy. He's not scared.
Big old boy.
The only brother I ever seen had to go to Arthur Murray to learn to dance. Yeah. Because the only soul you got on your whole body is on the bottom of your feet.
Ooh.
But let me tell you something, brother. Oreo
8 big
cookie.
matches, Randy.
Maybe you need to take and look up your family tree.
No increase in ticket prices.
Because the only thing under all this sweetness is the heart of chocolate, baby, full of soul. Okay, Jerry Lawler, you got your big monkey with you. Now, let me tell you something right now, sucker. You're in a world of trouble, I guarantee you right now.
Superstar
Wow.
Big Bubba and Rocky Johnson will get it on. That's enough.
Dude,
We're gonna take
Memphis
time
was
out. We'll be back in just a
absolutely
moment.
bananas. Jeez, man. Damn.
Scott Hall, big Scott Hall stepping up into the ring. I tell you,
Here we
let's
go,
take just a
guys.
moment
Big
before
Scott
we get
Hall.
This match underway and take a look at a
Memphis
tape that
debut.
the Prince gave us. The newest members of the commission, the Knights of Darkness.
I think that one. I think Thriller might qualify for a takedown. I don't know. I don't want to risk it.
Well, I guess that's the Knights of Darkness. I'm not sure we know that much more about them now, except they're not the best-looking individuals.
I know, man. This has been the last few shows have just been incredible. The entire Brick House run is just god tier, in my opinion.
To say the least. In the ring right now, one of the members of the commission, King Carl Fergie, set to go against, from Orlando, Florida, at 292 pounds, Big Scott Hall.
Big Scott Hall.
In the corner of King Carl Fergie, it's the Prince, also known as Brickhouse Brown, and the court jester, Downtown Bruno.
He's in the ring with Average TA, not to be confused with Magnum TA.
Wearing a crown, claiming to be the true king. Scott Hall moving him around the ring pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I was pretty sure Thriller would get hit.
I recognize the voice, Downtown Bruno.
Yeah.
Magnum BS.
Scott Hall backed into a corner. King Carl Fergie really working on him with a fist and the boot.
Dude, Brick House is amazing.
That's an open hand.
I had no idea.
Him out of the corner. King Carl Fergie, a little slow, popping back up on his feet. Whoa, the Prince started into the ring. Scott Hall grabbed him. Bruno trying to get him out. Look out, here comes the mighty Goliath. And Superstar Bubba. This match is over. It's going to be a disqualification. But the two big guys both beating up on Big Scott Hall. Carl Fergie trying to get in a lick or two. Mighty Goliath and Bubba. Here comes
oh my God! What a great episode.
Alan West, Mark Starr. And this one is over in a disqualification.
Man, Scott Hall in 1987.
The winner of the match is going to be, in his first appearance on Championship Wrestling, Big Scott Hall.
Boy, what a dandy he is. He was taking
what a dandy.
All of a sudden turned around. He's ready to nail Travis and Alan West. He didn't know who was on his back.
That's true.
He's a man that takes care of his problems, and we're going to take care of our problem right at the moment. Take time out. We'll be back with action in a moment.
I've got a 4-hour and 20-minute cut coming up of VP inner underwear vaping on the content horizon.
Yowza, it's coming up, by golly, Wednesday night, right there in the Coliseum.
I know, dude. I'm like a huge
Brick
House fan now.
Every one of the matches is going to be something you'll want to be there to see. For instance, the Mid-America title match with Jeff Jarrett going against King Carl Fergie. Superstar Big Bubba going to have to face.
I'm sure size was definitely an issue when it came to Vince. He did a bunch of shoot interviews with High Spots. Some of them are probably on YouTube or whatever, but they're really good. But like I hadn't seen any of his wrestling when I watched him, but he's a really good like interview. How much of it is true? I mean, that's another issue.
Face the Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. And here's one that I just gotta see. AWA Southern Tag Championship match. That's right. Diamond and Tanaka putting it on the line.
Would they complain about the lack of wrestling though if what they were seeing instead of wrestling was like unhinged and like, you know, like entertaining to like super entertaining to watch? Like you're hearing the crowd at this show, like they're insanely into this.
Line against the Nasty Boys, and they were standing out here saying all they were going to do to the Nasty Boys.
Let me tell you, there's only one reason we're coming to Evansville, and that's to destroy Diamond and Tanaka, the blockhead Canadian and the stupid slanted-eyed Jack.
Oh, wow, man, this episode, jeez.
We come off the streets, and we're coming off the fight, and that's what you're going to have when we push your face right in the mat, and we take them titles from you. How are you going to like that? Bad company.
There we go, Bad Company.
These fools trying to ask us.
Which, for the record, CWA has gone out of its way many, many times to point out that Pat Tanaka is Hawaiian. I'm just saying.
Join some stupid commission. What do you think about that joke? Are you kidding me? We're not going with nobody. We're nasty. We're on our own. We're by ourselves. We're going to take them belts off you pint-sized punks. That's all I got to say,
Pint-sized.
We've been on our own for 15 years.
Yeah, see, I didn't tell those people they were
living
pint-sized.
in sweat, tears, and blood. And now we're coming here
finally have a chance to go uptown, and they think they're going to take it away from us. Well, I don't think so, you bunch of morons.
Bunch of morons.
It's going to be 1.5 to see. Now, of course, Jerry Lawler is going to be going against Don
Hey,
Bass
Frank,
for that
yeah,
Southern
man.
Heavyweight title.
Memphis is like anything can happen, it seems like. Or people can, you never know what somebody's going to say.
Can you imagine? Diamond and Tanaka will be defending against the Nash. Diamond and Tanaka very confident they're going to beat them up and keep it. Well, that's why we're going to have the match Wednesday night as the action will be underway. This is one you got to be out and see it. Wednesday night, Evansville. You know, we had a situation a little bit earlier in here when the commission guys came out here and they were all prepared to jump Lawler and Rocky Johnson. And then Jerry got some of his friends out here and all. The kind of an interesting thing that took place was that the last couple of guys to come out were the Nasty Boys, Jerry Sag and Brian.
Yeah, well, every Friday is Memphis Wrestling specifically, but I stream other stuff like every morning at like 8:15 Central Time in the U.S.
And Knobs, and they were kind of standing in the middle there, and I'm not too sure I trust those two guys, but
that's true.
What happened is you told me that
well, I heard the Prince was saying, come on, Nasty Boys, come on, and they're saying, look, we don't want to be on your side. So, yeah, that's...
Well, I know one reason that they wouldn't is because of Tanaka and Diamond.
What a ride
and I wanted to recap a little bit of what happened with Tanaka and Diamond. You know, there have been several instances where Tanaka and Diamond have jumped into the ring, and one of them, they felt like, that was their own opinion. And
yeah, except next week.
With them,
I'm off next week, but I'll be back. I'll still do like some IRL
Let's
probably.
Take a look at some of the action that took place in that particular situation.
And the referee almost got caught in between that one. Down on the floor goes Travis. Here comes Tanaka and Diamond, and the Nasty Boy Brian Knobs trying to keep him out. Knobs from behind Star, and here comes Alan West. All four of them in the ring now, going at it. Knobs on West, and Mark Starr banging away and trading the licks with Jerry Sag.
We do other wrestling streams too occasionally, but that like Fridays is like always Memphis. I'm going to meet Bethadone Clinic. Off next week, yeah. I'll still upload. I just won't have my like regular time slot. Diamond and Tanaka. Oh, we're getting the whole recap here. Whoa, this is an interesting look. Is he a camp counselor?
Remember, Diamond and Tanaka cost the Nasty Boys what they thought was going to be the world titles. Here's Bubba and Goliath. Diamond and Tanaka intervene on a Nasty
These Nasty Boy outfits are ridiculous.
Got them disqualified, and the Nasty Boys have resented it ever since.
With his jester costume on.
Yeah, well, that's exactly
Sometimes
what
I think he's an ear of corn
happened. We
when
had
I
the
just,
interventions
like,
in
glance at
both
him.
sides of it, but it was started by Tanaka and Diamond. You saw in that last clip in there the fact they jumped in the ring and jumped Tanaka and Diamond, the Nasty Boys. Okay, we got a great 8-man tag match coming up here on Championship Wrestling, and the multitudes have assembled, Dave.
I tell you what, it's going to be hard to keep up with the action with all these guys in here. 8 of them introducing at a total weight of
Okay, we have like
pounds,
3 minutes
Paul
left
Diamond, Pat
on this,
Tanaka, the mighty
episode.
Goliath, and Don Bass. And going against them at a total of
8
931.
big matches.
Billy Travis, Mark Starr, Alan West, and John Paul. This match to the expiration of time. Downtown Bubba bringing the Southern Tag belt over here for safekeeping.
Yo, he still got it on,
All right,
man.
referee says, let's get this one going. Mighty Goliath, 414 pounds where it starts against Billy Travis out of Lexington. Oh, Mighty Goliath steps out. It's Pat Tanaka starting. West literally picked
What
Pat
happened
Tanaka
there?
up
Oh, commotion.
3 feet over his head. He just kind of threw him straight up in the air.
He's a
dropped him.
strong one, isn't he?
He sure is. Paul Diamond in there now. Look out. Everybody's in the ring. You got Don Bass in the area.
Don Bass looked over at Pat Tanaka and was like, should we run in? And he was like, yeah, and then they went in.
You got everybody, all 8 of them. Here comes Paul Diamond.
She made it
out.
private.
Alan West follows
Did she make it private, or did she put it like the members only?
him down onto the floor. Travis and Don Bass battling on the floor. Look out, everything is migrating down to the concrete
Nobody's
floor.
in the ring but the referee.
Referee counts everybody out. Everybody counted out in the first fall.
Not a member of either team inside the ring at the count of 10 when the referee stopped.
Yeah, I know. It's just literally rang the bell and then
Time here and go to a break. We'll be back
clusterfuck.
with this action in a moment. The ring was the referee when
He just
counted
counted
them out.
It's tough to keep order in an 8-man tag match, and he just couldn't do it. Finally, he did all he could, counted about, says nobody wins the fall.
And particularly when you have amongst the 8 guys some personal feelings that you've had, some
What a
previous
great
matches
run
and things
today
that,
was. Holy
that really
shit.
bring out the best or worst, however you want to look at it. Hey,
Brick
I hear
house,
something
man,
that tells us we
MVP.
got to get away. We'll see you next week. And until that time, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
Wow, what a run. Oh, members only, yeah. Remember Lolcow Live used to do that? They'd have all those members only streams, but they would never remember to put them on members only. All right, that's the end of the wrestling content, ATF Media. I don't have enough time to watch anything full, but I do want to real quick see if we can find a brief presentation from Savvy Guy. And then I'll be back tomorrow morning to do Boyd Watch Live. Church proves good women don't exist. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. Message to young guys. All right, see you later, ATF.
Happy Tuesday, guys.
Oops, sorry.
Somebody wanted me to do a presentation talking about a message to the young guys part 2, and that's what this is going to be. In this presentation, I just want to tell the young dudes, you know, if you are outcast right now in middle school, high school, I just want to tell you young guys, and I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news.
Hey, get cracked.
I'm just here to tell you young guys, like, in this message to the young guys presentation, I just want to tell you guys, like, the light at the end of the tunnel doesn't get better, guys. If you an outcast, you in middle school, you in high school right now, things are not going to get better for you. And like I stated, I'm not trying to be the barrier of bad news. I'm just being honest with you.
Bad news.
If you in middle school, high school right now, you're not getting play from females like that. Chicks are not being receptive to you. Things are not going to get better for you the older you get. I'm just being honest with you. Things are not going to get better for you. Look at me. I'm living proof that it don't get better. I'm living proof that it gets worse the older you get. I'm about to be 36 this year. I have no wife. I have no kids. Never had no pussy. I've totally lost in life. But it's a lot of guys who've totally lost in life.
This sounds like I need to collab with Mark Fusion.
There's a lot of
video.
guys out here who've totally lost in life.
I can help Savvy
I just want to
Guy.
tell you, young guys, don't let nobody tell you that things are gonna get better for you the older you get. If things are not good for you now, and you're an adolescent, you're in middle school, you're in high school, trust me, the older you get, trust me, the older you get, things are not going to get any better.
This is a great video, though.
I'm just trying to be honest with you guys and just being transparent with you guys. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news, but I just want you guys to know it's not going to get no better.
True. Savvy Guy is pretty much on it here. He's on the right. He's barking up the right tree.
I'm living proof that things don't get better, guys. I knew that things was never gonna get better.
Vinny and Savvy Guy. Oh my God!
Like I say, guys, I knew from the time I was very young that things would never get better, and I was right, because things never did get better for me. That sun is beaming real hard out here today. But yeah, things never did get better for me. And unfortunately, things are not going to get better for a lot of people.
This is just vintage Savvy Guy.
The truth of the matter is, guys, if you a dude, you're in middle school, you're in high school, you're being discriminated against, you're getting treated bad right now, trust me, it doesn't get any better the older you get. Take it from somebody like myself who's about to be 36 this year. I'm living proof that it don't get better. I'll be 40 soon. Once you a guy that's in your 30s, you up there. Before you know it, you'll be 40.
Y'all old.
I'm living proof that it doesn't get any better.
This is a great fucking video. I love
all the
this
guys that was attacking me over the years and they had all this stuff to say. I wonder what they would have to tell me now at almost 36. My birthday the end of this month. I'll be 36. I know that it's a lot of other guys out there who are effed up just like me. They just don't get on the camera and talk about it. I know there are a lot of men out there who don't get pussy like that, never had no pussy. They just not showing their face on camera. But see, one thing about me, and
man,
that's why
Savvy
I always
is
mention Baraka McCray. I don't have
Sherman's
no pride
marching
as a man.
today.
I don't have no honor and dignity as a man. I just don't care. I know there's a lot of men out there who are not sought after like that by women, but they're not getting on camera showing their face. I ain't got nothing to lose. As far as I'm concerned, I've already lost in life.
God damn, this is a masterpiece.
So, it is what it is,
Mama says it bees that way sometimes.
I'm just glad that in being in the position that I'm in, I'm glad that I've become a voice for those
love
who
this
are
video.
losers.
I think it's great.
I've become a voice for losers.
Oh, Savvy.
I've become a voice for men who are not wanted.
This is a big time heel turn.
At least I can say that. And I feel good about that, that I've become a voice for men who are outcasts, men who are not wanted. Because, I ask myself a question all the time, like, what woman would want a man who's never been wanted? What woman would want to be with a guy who's never been wanted? I don't think no woman would desire a dude who's
This
never
should
been
be in
wanted.
the Smithsonian.
But I'm here to tell you, young brothers, you young guys coming up, like, when you see men who 40-something years old, 50-some years old, I saw a man online, saying that he was 50 years old, never had sex, never been married, no children. So what you young guys need to understand that's coming up is that the light at the end of the tunnel is not, there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Don't let no one tell you there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Because when you see men who are 20-something.
If this was in a movie, Savvy Guy would get an Oscar. People would be like, oh my God, look at this incredible performance. Like, But because he's just some guy with a camera, with a phone, like, you know, this is incredible work.
Then 30-something, 40-something years old, you know, never had no vagina. That ought to tell you that's your destiny. That's your destiny, and that's where you're headed. The older that you get, you just got to know that. You know, I know a lot of people probably attacking you young guys, and
Voice for
a lot of people probably bashing you young guys. But I'm just here to tell you, as a 35, almost 36-year-old man, that things don't get better. If you don't have females liking you now as a teenager, it's gonna get worse. The older you get, a lot worse. It's gonna get a lot worse. But one thing that I know, and I know a lot of people know this as well, everybody wasn't meant to be a winner in life. That's something that most people would try to deny.
True, Savvy.
Most people would try to gaslight you and say, oh, that's not true. But people know, not just me, people know. Everybody wasn't meant to be a winner in life. Some people were meant to be losers, you know? And
this is
just know that
Sistine Chapel.
You know, if you're a young guy in middle school and high school, females not giving you the time of day, you're getting rejected a lot. What you need to do right now at a young age, you need to fully accept being a loser and know that you're going to die a loser. You need to fully accept that. I accepted it when I was young. And that is my advice to you young teenage guys coming up, middle school, high school. Fully accept being a loser. Accept it, because the older you get, it gets harder. It doesn't get easier.
Man.
And it gets worse the older you get.
Imagine
Take
overhearing
it from a guy
this
like myself. It
outside
gets
of
worse
Aldi.
the older you get. Doesn't get any better. It gets worse. So, salute to being a loser. Salute to being a failure. And just totally accept that things are not going to work out for you.
This is maybe one of the greatest
you're not gonna
videos
have
of
a
all
happy
time.
life. You're not going to have a wife, kids, none of that good stuff. All the good things you see other guys with, you'll never have it. And this is my message to you young guys that's in middle school, high school. Just know that you're never going to have nobody. You know, you're not going to have no happy life. You know, and I feel like if you guys accept that at a young age, you'll save yourself a lot of grief and heartache the older that you get. Because I'm telling you, if
It
you're a
really
young
is.
guy
It's me.
and
It
you're not
honestly
sought
is.
after
Like, this is
now.
I can't believe, like, it's amazing to hear him that, like, he sat down and made this video. It is really dark.
As a teenager,
But man, it's
only going to
good.
get worse from here on out. Things are not going to get better for you. You know? And that's the honest truth. So salute to being defeated. This is Message to the Young Guys Part 2. You guys have a happy Tuesday.
Oh my gosh, man. What a video. I can't believe it. I mean, that was savvy, like, man. Hang on a second. All right, there we go. Mr. Savvy, I wish someone had told me when I was in my 20s, it bees that way sometimes. Happy Tuesday. Man, what a... Women have sentenced some men to a life of no ass and no possibility of parole. Once women have decided you're not worthy, it's a lonely life. As a 40-year-old, I can tell young guys, shape your body, earn money, dress nice, get your teeth perfect, earn money, pay for V as early as you can, fight, fight, fight. Salute to being defeated is wild. Being deemed as ugly by society is no joke, man. Heart react from Savvy Guy on that one. The barrier of bad news had me rolling. If you aren't talking to women in middle school, high school, or college, then you're done. Another Savvy Guy. 50 years old, no sex, no wife, and kids, that's insane. Another heart react from Savvy. As you get older, the L's you take get more and more brutal. There you go. Wow. Oh, man. That was, I'm having to like, that was like heavy shit, man. Savvy was really speaking from like the absolute like depths. You know, he brought back Oreo Man. This is the return of Oreo Man. Whew, that was dark. Oh my gosh. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know where I feel like I just want to go to bed and then I'll start over again tomorrow. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you for hanging out and watching great wrestling. And then what I think was an incredible, but like, you know, kind of mind-bending video from Savvy Guy. But, you know, it do bees that way sometimes. I'm going to go. I'll be back tomorrow for Boyd Watch, including we will deep dive Vinny Slugga's feud with Amazon over the refund for his